Hello, it is October the 16th, 2024. There's 19 days, 6 hours, and 41 minutes until Election Day. We're once again coming to you from the Hotel Orloff here in scenic and beautiful, historic Rural Retreat, Virginia. And tonight we're going to be talking about monsters, ladies and gentlemen, and how we have learned and grown to love them. Now, as some of you may know, there was a huge, well, you wouldn't really call it a fad because it lasted for a long while, several decades, from 1957 until I'd say 1977. There was a huge monster craze in the United States and among children. And it started with the Universal horror movies being released to television in 1957 through a syndicated package called Shock Theater, and the Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, Wolf, all became household words among a new generation, the kids. These were movies that had come out in the 30s and 40s, and now they were becoming hits again on television as the 1960s approached. And all through the 60s, tons of money being made on monster memorabilia and toys and comic books and magazines. Famous Monsters of Filmland was the leading magazine about monsters, but there were many others. And there were many songs about monsters, like Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickett, but a lot of other songs about monsters as well. And I've always loved monsters since I was a little kid. I was born in 65, right at the peak of the craze. And it went all through the 70s. And there were, you know, in the 70s, you had things like this Mego mummy figure coming out. The best monster stuff came out in the 1960s, in my opinion, but it continued to come out until Star Wars came out in the summer of 77. And then that everything kind of got replaced with space toys. But that's the story about monsters. And a while back, I came to realize that there's a term for people like us. They call us kids that grew up loving monsters. They call us monster kids. And there is a, let's see if I can find it here. Is it here? Oh yeah, here's a wonderful DVD, Monster Kid Home Movies. Um, this came out a while back, 2005. What it is, it's monster kids that made their own monster movies. Stop motion dinosaur movies. They just made monster movies with Super 8 or 8 millimeter cameras. And this is a collection, an astounding collection of homemade monster movies from the 50s to the 80s. And I think that's when I first became aware of the term monster kid. That would have been about 20 years ago. And then this was about the same time this disc came out, called Sci-Fi Boys. And it's about all the kids that grew up during that time period that went on to become household names like Spielberg and Lucas and Rick Baker, John Landis, Dennis Murin, Peter Jackson, and then some of the older generation like Ray Bradbury and Roger Corman, Ray Harryhausen, that were fans of monsters further back. And those guys became fans through like the writings of Edgar Rice Burroughs and Willis O'Brien and the 1933 King Kong. Um, and what else do we have? I kind of have these grouped together. Oh, this is different. This is Tales of the Rat Fink. But that was part of the monster craze too. Really, all the rat fink craze, the monsters and hot rods, all part of that same time period. What do we got here? Oh my goodness, this is autographed. The Son of Ghoul show. Um, how about that? From Akron, Ohio. Um, this is some second generation after Ghoulardi. All kinds of cool stuff here. Um, anyway, so I've just always loved monsters and seeing famous monsters of filmland on the stands uh, fascinated me. My mom wouldn't let me buy it. Um, and I got into comic books through monsters because I would see books like Tomb of Shadows, and Tomb of Dracula. These were and there was a Frankenstein monster comic from Marvel, and that was my first real fascination in comics. And then I later discovered, of course, there was also Vault of Evil. Then I discovered comic books, superheroes, after I discovered monsters. Oh, hey, I wish you would have told me you were going on. I missed the beginning. There's nothing to see. I'm just talking about my love of monsters. And so, hmm, yeah. So, oh man, I'm discovering things I forgot I had here. What is this book? Oh, I discovered Dark Shadows through a comic book. I didn't know that as a kid, I got the comic book from Gold Key. This is a collection of them. And, but I wasn't able to see we were living in Germany at the time and they didn't have Dark Shadows, the soap opera over there. So I didn't even see the soap opera until years later. Um, yeah, man. Let's see what people are saying here. Imp says monsters were always first for me. Library 88 says, hey, listening to Gratu radios. I work in the studio, peeking occasionally to see what's what. My wife says, nothing to see except for that I would have been waiting for you like a dope. Okay, so John Goris just got a postcard from him. One could make the argument superheroes are monsters. Yeah, that is actually true. The reason I got into superheroes or gods, some same difference as far as us lowly mortals go. Well, I think the reason I saw that Fantastic Four book at that Lone Star Drive-In convenience store in San Antonio, the Marvel Treasury Edition #2, reprinting old 1960s Jack Kirby, Stan Lee Fantastic Four stories. The reason I think I was attracted to it was the Thing, and the Thing is, I'm pretty sure, if people ask you who's your favorite hero, I usually would just say the Thing. And I read that and I thought this is great. So then I started reading other Marvel stuff and DC stuff I'd been aware of from my older brothers. So anyway, I've always been more into monsters. Monsters were my first love. So, but man, I didn't realize how tired I am, man. My mom tried unsuccessfully to keep monster flicks away from me. Too many monster kids at my school stoked the fires of my interest. Yeah. Yeah. I did a couple of shows over the weekend where I showed comics, and it just seems like they got about 200 views. It was like kind of low, and I thought, I think maybe I just. And then I watched these other channels where they're more monster oriented, and I think, man, that should be what my channel is. And then I realized, no, my channel shouldn't be any one thing. Although, if you can pick one topic for your channel to be about, that really kind of helps the YouTube algorithm. But I don't want my channel to be about one thing because I'm not about one thing. So I just, I don't know, man. Boy, Rumble sure has a lot of commercials. Now tonight, Kamala Harris is supposed to be on Fox News. Someone told me, or my wife told me, she had heard that it was, people are saying it was disastrous. But I don't know, how do you see this interview? Is it already aired? I don't know. I'm curious to see that. Imp says after monster movies, then came weird literature. Arthur Macon, did I pronounce that right? Algernon Blackwood, Ambrose Bierce, etc. Live Radiate says the Thing and the FF are great because they're like archetypes as they're like archetypes as characters. They appeal greatly for that reason. John Gora says I was of the age where heavy metal music occupied a lot of my morbid imagination, be it Iron Maiden, Sabbath, King Diamond, Slayer. Yeah, I was into many types of music, but as a kid, I was kind of more into 50s and 60s music. Well, I all over the map music wise. Greta Orloff. I'm watching a clip of Kamala right now. Yeah, I don't know. Where are you watching this clip? Exactly. So I have a link where you guys can come on and talk to me directly. Then I don't have to read these little comments. It's on X. What the heck is X? X. Oh, X is the new name for Twitter, right? Is that right? I keep forgetting that. Um, yeah, yeah. This is the link to come on. Oop, love Greta's spelling. What did she say? Oh, yeah, the spelling. Yes. Yeah, we all know what that spelling's about. Um, well, yeah, these glasses are filthy. Well, we're gonna have a 2 night. I hate that witch. Oh my goodness! How dare you? Um, we're gonna have a 2 night Halloween celebration, the 30th and 31st. So on the 30th, oh shit, they're getting worse. On the 30th, there'll be a costume contest, and Kevin Johnson, the owner of Gotham City Comics, is giving away some incredible prizes for the best costumes. The 31st, we're going to be telling true ghost stories. And November 5th, we're going to be covering the election. I'm trying to do more live streams to promote fellowship among the monster comic book rock and roll community. What is wrong with you, Ellen the cat? Come here, Ellen the cat. Ellen the cat is coming. Meyer Greenblatt goes, word up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How's your place coming, Meyer? If you're not too beat, drop in and show us the progress in your new apartment. For those of you that haven't been tuning in a while. Meyer has recently moved and is unpacking. And more comments. Meyer says, I broke down and drank my Frappuccino because I needed something delicioso. Em says, my birthday is next Thursday. I'll be 78 and reading Batman comics. 78? No, you're not. You're being funny. You're my age. He's not. He's joking. He hit the wrong button, didn't he? There's no way you're 78. I just got off the phone with Kevin. Oh, how in the heck are you Trump Sage? I think he's kidding. The people here in the Gratu army, that's why they call us Gratu and the jerks. We're all jerks here. We sometimes are attempt to be funny. Okay. What does that say? Cringe Mala? Oh, that's what is that? What is that about? There's so many commercials on Rumble now. This just started a couple of weeks ago. It's ridiculous.
How do you know empathy, man? You know, for the
78's the new 58. Yeah.
Have you no sense of purpose? You saw someone and someone will your space. Right? Well, no, like
Come on, people.
I intend on extending a tax cut, repealing that tax bill they just passed. And also looking at estate taxes are gonna have to go up. Everything from a 70 to 80% tax rate. I think that's fantastic. I made that very clear in 2020. I will not.
Okay, that's Alex. Oh, someone's trying to come in. What does that say? 78 is the new 58 anyhow. Sure is, John. Who is this person? Oh, Meyer's there. Cool. And there was another person. Oh, it's Kevin at Gotham City. Come on in. All right, cool. Let's see what's going on in California. How's the new place coming? My wife's been eager to see your apartment. I don't think she's seen your last few appearances.
This is the collection room right now. So nothing is like permanently where it belongs. It's just being consolidated in here. So the light just changed all of a sudden, like a cloud just went over. So I don't know what you can see, but this is just a combination of all kinds of stuff. Oh, so this is the spare bedroom that is going to be my comic book and my toy room.
Oh.
This is almost all, well, it's all action figures and toys. There's vintage mixed with newer stuff.
You already got them all loaded up.
Just about all those. There's still some space in here. And then let me show you the model closet right now. So right now I've got this model closet down here going. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You can hand me a stack and I'll start pricing. Whatever.
Here's a giant stack of boxes that I broke down. There's not very many boxes left.
You can hand me a stack
Wow.
right now.
Here's the books that are not organized or put away yet, or haven't handled the books yet. There's also magazines mixed in here.
So it looks
Here's
like
another.
everything's going to fit.
Yeah, it is. It's all going to fit perfectly. Here's another consolidated area of just nothing but toys and action figures. Some of it's new, some of it's old. Like these Hasbro Amazematics, these smart cars, and that Beanie and Cecil lunchbox.
Oh, that's neat. I've never seen one of those.
I need a bag and board. Easy to eat price.
Wow, that's in nice shape.
Yeah, it's like new. I got
The
really well.
regular
There's a
size.
little bit of ripping right here. See, there's some wear right here in the corners.
Yeah, but I don't think that was ever actually used by a kid. I think that wear is just from being stored over the years.
I agree. Because it's like new. It's like there's barely even, not really even shelf wear on it.
Yeah.
No fading or anything. And I got it for a song on Mercari years ago. Like, just found it. A lot of this, well, not a lot of this, everything that's loose that's on any of these shelves, the reason why they're loose is because I threw away the boxes of the packaging that they came in because it was too bulky and it wasn't significant. I threw it away.
Yeah, some toys come in boxes that are ugly and really aren't worth saving.
There we go.
Here's this Hollywood Hogan. This is a pretty cool figure.
Huh.
I opened one of those. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat. And then just lots of action figures of all different shapes and sizes and types.
Wow.
I have some of those shelves. You can put cardboard down on the bottom first,
Right.
and it helps
Yeah,
out.
right here I just have a couple books on it, but you're right. You can do that to help with that standing up action figures or to put stuff on. You're right.
And then it also keeps your stuff in better condition because when you grab it and pull it, it gets hung up on those wires.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Like if you try
Here's a
putting a
box.
short box on there and then you're
It's
always
just
moving it.
books. Yeah, you're right. So that's kind of it, man. I guess that's it. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
all made it. I actually did. Here's some kitchen stuff that I haven't done anything yet with, but this is just kind of consolidating certain things that belong in the kitchen, but that are still toys, right?
Yeah.
This old Galliano promo thing for my cousin's bar.
Huh.
Yeah. I fill all my cabinets up and everything with this stuff. Because I
Yeah,
don't put
yeah.
like
Actually,
that kind of cabinet right there. I don't put anything like dishes or anything in there.
no, I'll probably have cars up in there. That's what I used to in my old place is that I have those. I have boxes of cars. You know. Yeah. So that's it. That's kind of it, right?
Yeah, that's great.
It's all coming together. It happened. Sometimes I can't. I got to find my tripod. I can't believe that it actually happened. But I did it. I
Yeah.
succeeded. I made it out of there. It's kind of crazy, right? Oh,
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
What is this thing called? This thing?
The dewback.
Yeah, it's a dewback. There's a dewback right here. It's a large dewback. It's like 18 inches long or something, or 20 inches long. I don't know.
Yeah, 12-inch figure probably.
Yeah, it's for that 12-inch Stormtrooper rep. This 12-inch Stormtrooper rides on it. That one right there.
Okay.
Those are really nice for the inexpensive cost of those Star Wars figures from the 90s and early 2000s. Those are really nice figures. I like them.
Yeah, think how much something like that would cost now.
Oh, thank you, Library 88. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it really does. I'm gonna mute for a second because
I'm gonna say some curse words. I'm just kidding. Okay. So how was comic book day in your store?
Um, Everybody's adding these absolute titles to their pull list.
Okay, so people liked Absolute Batman. So what's coming next? Absolute Superman?
Yeah, and Wonder Woman.
Okay.
So
When are they coming out?
maybe this can save DC.
Yeah, by going ultra violent.
It doesn't have to be violent, just a different twist on.
Yeah, yeah. Something that you don't expect. Yeah.
So
What angle are they taking with Wonder Woman?
I'm not. Oh yeah, I could tell you. Let's talk about Superman first because we were just talking about it. He's like an emo, and he wasn't. He's not. He didn't grow up on a farm. We were joking that he like grew up at a Hot Topic or something.
Okay.
No, but I don't know where he grows up. But he does. Supposedly he doesn't grow up on a farm, so he's kind of like an emo kid.
I'm not sure I like that, but is that all? What do you know anything else about it?
No, and then the Wonder Woman, she's like I don't know what he said. He's like a witch from hell with a big anime sword.
Okay, kind of like Lady Death or something, or
Oh, that's yeah. Maybe that's where they got that from. Yeah,
or wait, what was the other one that was the devil version of Lady Death? Her name was Purgatory.
yeah.
Okay, well,
I mean, at this point, they have. I mean, their sales are so low that they could do anything and have better sales.
yeah, 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 yeah. I can see what you're saying. So people are excited about the apps. What is it?
Absolute
Absolute
version.
titles. Okay. So
But this week there was nothing really too exciting that came out.
okay.
Actually, everybody wants that Vampiress Carmela book. Everybody wanted that thing.
Oh, because of the Frazetta painting. It- well, that's good. Do you? How many do you order of something like that?
So I had a few copies, but you saw the one damaged I had.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So hopefully they'll replace that, and maybe I'll have to order a couple extras too, since so many people wanted it.
Hmm. Well, I think when that painting was used by Warren, I think it was on. I don't know if it was on Creepy or Eerie, but it's appropriate on a Vampirella clone. Uh,
Somebody mentioned today that they had to retouch the colors. They're more vibrant red on the planes.
it could be. I'd have to look at it, or it could just be that. Could be that Frazetta altered the painting since it was used for Warren, because he was always going back and retouching his paintings and altering them, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But he could never get it just right. Um,
So New York Comic Con is going on right now.
yes, there's a lot of stuff being revealed. Like there's a picture of Superman and Crypto looking at the Earth from the moon from the new Superman movie coming
Mhm.
out next summer. That is, I actually put it as the thumbnail for the video I shot before work this morning. So I'm real pleased. I don't know how anyone could be not optimistic about a movie that has crypto in it, because once that's something Zack Snyder would have never done, is use crypto, and that's
No,
why this is better, because all I see is a smiling Superman, not a dour, depressed Superman, and crypto that immediately sells me. What are people talking about here? Imp says, even though Jeff Jones became a lady, I still love his art. Did that happen? I didn't know that. I still love his art. Think he had some tough times later in life. Is that really true? I guess you would know, because you know a lot. Imp says, I'm all about non sequitur. I didn't know Jeff Jones did that.
I have a friend he's attending all these retailer summits at the Comic Con, and he has no real news yet to report on, but he's gonna give me updates
Well, what is the news that actually could come out?
of a retailer summit. It's like the distribute. He's talking with the distributors and stuff.
About what upcoming books are coming out?
Well,
Or
that was some of the stuff he's told me is just so boring. It's not even worth me repeating. It's like you guys when you want to hear about it.
well, give us an example of something so we know how boring it is.
Oh, Penguin is was talking about this little counter display that comes preloaded with graphic novels that people want that you put up at your counter and sell them.
Oh, I thought you meant Penguin, the Batman villain. You mean
No,
Penguin
it's a
books?
distributor.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. All right.
like stupid things like that, and it's
All
like
right. I
I
thought
don't
they're coming out with a whole line of Penguin books because of the TV show. I thought that's what you meant. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess what people are looking for is news about movies, and I don't care about the Marvel movies. That's all gone. There's no longer any interest in any of that. They've destroyed themselves. Um, I mean, when the Spider-Man movie comes, next Spider-Man movie, I'd probably be interested, unless it'll probably be a Miles Morales movie, knowing what they do. Uh, but I'm interested in finding out about DC. I know that they've got a Green Lantern movie and a Supergirl movie that are going next into production after, and the Superman movies pretty much finished. They're just doing editing, tweaking, and special effects work, and that'll be out in the summer.
um, hopefully we find out when Peacemaker comes out.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I hear that's pretty much been filmed.
Yeah,
Um,
hopefully we have a release date soon.
yeah, yeah. My wife and I enjoyed that series. Um, yeah. So,
Meyer, you were muted for a second ago. I don't know if you
yeah,
still are.
No, I'm not. I don't
Okay.
think. Okay, I'm unmuted.
so I didn't realize how incredibly tired I am. I'm just trying to. So, what do you guys want to talk about, man? Um, Goddamn. So, how do you see the Kamala Harris interview? I want to see what happens here. Let me see. I guess I need to go to YouTube and look at Fox News. So we don't have cable or satellite or anything. Uh, they probably want to air it on their network first and then put it on the streaming services. Uh, let's see here.
My phone is, I got it in 2022 and it doesn't hold a charge anymore, so I probably have to get a new phone here soon.
Only 3 years old and it won't hold a charge?
Yeah, it takes forever to charge and then it's just gone in a second.
Oh man.
They do that on purpose. Like you can't take the battery out of your phone and get a new battery.
Right.
Yeah, it's planned obsolescence. Yeah.
There's a like total convenience. There's a box of VHS tapes sitting right here within complete reach. I don't even have to get up. I could hold
Oh,
them up
really?
and look at them. You want to do that?
You want to look at VHS? Sure.
Yeah,
That's
I have one
that's
right here
the.
too.
Look, the first one. This is
Oh,
at the
yeah.
top of the stack. Is some of the Submariner cartoons, and on the front it kind of bills it by saying that there's X-Men and Thor in here, but I don't know how much there actually is of X-Men and Thor in here.
That's
Well,
the
there.
which Submariner is that? That's not the '60s one.
It is the '60s
Yeah,
one.
it is.
Oh, but they
Well,
put Wolverine on there.
Yeah, they put Wolverine on here. I don't think he's even on here.
well, they might have the pilot for the X-Men series that's completely different from what came out on Fox. But there is a Submariner episode where I think it was
Oh,
Submariner, yes, where the X-Men appear, but they couldn't call them the X-Men for some reason. They called them Legion of not Legion, like something. There's something like it sounded like the United Nations or something, but there was an episode.
I think that that must be it because there's 2 episodes on here, and
Yeah,
it's 2 episodes of the old Submariner cartoon, and the second one, Doctor Doomsday.
right. That's it. Doctor
That's
Doom. There, it's
that's it.
Doctor Doom and the Submariner and the X-Men, but the X-Men are called different names, but it's clearly the X-Men. It's just they had to change their names for the show, and I don't know why that is. Um, but yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. You know, Internet Archive has been down for about a week and a half. They got hacked. They say all their data is still there, but you can't access it. And they're
I heard it's
working
back
friend.
now.
Is it back now? Did you hear that today?
Yeah, I heard that today.
Oh, okay, good. Because a lot of the Marvel superhero cartoons are available there. Last Detail. Yeah, that's a good movie.
No,
I
what
haven't
was the
been
last
reading the
detail?
comments. Yeah. Live 88 says looking forward to Guns, Superman, and Crypto. And yeah, Jeffrey became Jeffrey Catherine Jones. Great artist, loved Jones, Wrights, and gang as a kid. Okay, I might have known that at some point, but I've forgotten. Imps at some point says, he says at some point in the late 70s, early 80s, Frazetta was quoted as saying that Jeff Jones was the greatest living painter. Not true, but that must have made Jeff feel great. I need short ribs. And then he says, my daily breakfast, 3 eggs over easy, sausage, potatoes, and chocolate milk. That's good. Library 88 says, great case on that Submariner VHS. And my wife says, sounds like a wonderful breakfast. Inch gives a heart. And Gold Key Geezer's here. He says, Last Detail is a great movie. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, Fantastic Planet. You know, I don't think I've ever seen that. I've just seen clips from it. I need to sit down and watch it. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah, you need to watch it. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's great. Murder in the First. This is good about Alcatraz.
Here's a new person. Rat Black's diecast says. I'm sorry, is that Rat? Yeah, Rat Black's diecast says, "Hey, do you know him, Meyer?"
Yeah, I do. I do know him.
Okay. Imp says, "Last Detail is superb."
It is, isn't it? It's one of my favorite movies. Here's a pride fighting competition. Taste the blood of Dracula.
Yeah, that's a great name for a movie.
Isn't it? Maximum Overdrive. $12 high.
Yeah, cool. I never had a
Justice.
lot of store-bought VHS. I would mainly rent them and make copies of them. So I don't have a lot of stuff in the original sleeves.
I have a large collection of Dolomite.
Yep. Rudy Ray Moore was a staunch Republican and was really pro Reagan. My friend knew him. He
Get bed in bags like other places.
Barton Fink.
I've never seen that either. Imp says, does Meyer have the Keep On DVD, Michael Mann film? I don't know that movie.
No, I don't think I have it. I have Up in Smoke though. Here's a well-loved copy of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Look at that great cover.
Yeah.
Bags that they give away at the Comic Cons or something. Oh. No, I don't think that was a comic book thing. I don't know, or maybe New York Comic Con thing.
Here's
That's
Son
going
of
on right
Godzilla, where he blows the little smoke rings. Remember, he blows the
Oh,
smoke
yeah,
rings.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah, if you send me another.
I found a cool video today on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's it's a Halloween video that's like 4 hours. It's 4.5 hours long. I actually found it on Gary Davis's Facebook page, but
All you really have
I'll
left
show it to you in a
all you
minute.
have left in your
It's
box now.
it's a good
That idea
thing
that
to have playing in your background, maybe at a Halloween party
those
or
video
any day of the year, actually. Library 88 says that
that's
Texas
something.
Chainsaw Breakfast Club homage cover was masterful. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It is a Breakfast Club homage cover. He's right. I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah, I just kind of realizing that myself, actually.
It is pretty darn
But
awesome. There's a second one here.
Right now.
but the
Look at
original
this
Texas
one.
Chainsaw Massacre
Look at
was,
this one.
It'll be your
It's
last
a
time doing
very
it.
city cover, right?
yeah, I
There's
really, the
probably
original Texas Chainsaw Massacre was so much better. I guess what they were trying to do, I mean, Night of Living Dead had the sequel Return of the Living Dead, and it was part comedy. I guess that's what Toby Hooper was trying to do with Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, is make it more humorous, but I
Yeah.
prefer the more brutal humor of the original movie. But
Look what was in there. Patterns of Force.
yeah, yeah,
Might have to lock my dogs
all
inside.
about the Biden years.
It is.
Sunday.
It's all about. All right, you can take it off me. Go back to you.
Cookie Geezer, the Keep was a vampire movie, early '80s, based on an F. Paul Wilson novel, ties in with Repairman Jack mythos. Yeah, I saw that in the theater, and I think that's a movie that never came out on DVD or Blu-ray. I think maybe it came. Did you have it on VHS?
No, there's no green.
Is that why he's mentioning it? Did you have that, Meyer?
What was it?
Did you have the Keep? Did you just show that?
No, I don't have it.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know if it came out on VHS. It's almost considered a lost movie, from what I understand. Library 88 says, yeah, they upped the campiness with Texas Chainsaw. The first movie was truly horrifying. The Keep is amazing, says Library. Yeah, it was. Um, Passed right over my comment. Did I? What comment? Let me go back. Wait, who's saying that, Imsh? Let me go back, see what they said. Oh, this one, I said it. I mean, I didn't say it. Sometimes I click on things but don't say them because I don't even know how to pronounce that. How do you pronounce that word? Something suppositories bring peaceful sleep. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to click on everyone's comment, but sometimes I don't read them. I've been
Cool.
counseled that I shouldn't read all the comments. Anyway, let me show you what I found here on Gary Davis's Facebook page. I need to credit him. Let's see, solo layout.
If I see that bag, I'll let
Okay,
you
it's like a collection of all these Halloween clips. And
know.
oh my gosh,
I should be getting
it's stuff from the news and stuff. It's got this pumpkin stuff on either side of the screen, but it's 4.5 hours, and I'll kind of scan backwards.
They have,
But
they have
it's just like got all
so
kinds of stuff.
They don't give me free tickets anymore because it's
commercials for haunted attractions, cartoons. Um,
well, they have 100 people
I'm
that
not,
can.
I guess, that thrilled about the pumpkins on either side of the screen, but since it's, you know,
Yeah.
old old television dimensions because they're old clips that aren't widescreen, I guess they have to put the pumpkins on either side because modern audiences demand that every inch of their screen be filled up. And so like clips of Elvira, uh, just stuff like somebody's collected all kinds of Halloween clips from the news. I think there was one of Alex Jones here
Yeah.
that I saw, but it's 4.5 hours of this stuff. So, um,
Back room cleared out so I can got one more shelf to clear off.
oh, there was Alex Jones. Real early Alex Jones when he was in Austin as a public access guy. I swear I saw him. There he is, doing his Halloween special.
Yeah, there he is. Wow. One of the first times I saw him was in that movie Waking Life. Was how it was. It was him in Waking Life was the first time I became aware of him. I was like, who is this guy? And then I saw Infowars when I was in Fresno one time at my friend's house, who had like an old school giant satellite TV hookup. Like, remember the days of like a 10-foot satellite or something like that? And he was
Yeah,
like, "You got to watch these guys from Texas. This guy, Alex Jones, Infowars. This was probably about early 2000s. Would this be like 2004, 2005? Does that sound about right? Or maybe a little after that? I don't know. It was a long time ago. And that was then I immediately made the connection. I was like, wait a minute, that's the guy from Waking Life with the megaphone. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. But it was well before, I don't know. Like I said, it was probably 2005, 2006. I don't know. Something like
so
that.
I guess I'm not showing you
Cool.
how to find this. So let me show you that.
I'll see you soon then.
It's it's
Okay.
called Retro Halloween Video Special.
Oh,
4+ hours
YouTube.
of TV commercials. It's from Ill-Advised Records.
Ah, thank you.
Ill-Advised Records. It's been up for a week. It's had 6.3 thousand views. This I remember Chud, that entertained us. We went to see that in the theater. But it's just a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you got to record this stuff quickly because if they have something copywritten in it, it could be taken down at any time. You can't trust
Right.
this
That's a good
stuff.
costume ad right there they just had on there.
Yeah, that was a commercial for Woolworth. That's been on YouTube for over 10 years. But I'll go back
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
like you only see the same couple ads from that.
Yeah, well, this is a good compilation, and this is Gary Davis discovered this. I saw it on his page this morning when I was getting ready for work. Um, so if he's still watching, full credit goes to him.
Oh, look, there's those cars I was talking about. I already have the box of cars I was telling you about that are going to go in those cupboards above the fridge. It's already right here in front of the fridge. I just didn't notice it. I set it
Oh,
down.
I don't, I can't see your
No,
your
I'm not showing you. I'm just telling you about it. I'm just
oh,
noticing it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm just noticing. But anyway, yeah.
I can't wait to this convention because since it's around Halloween, I'm hoping these people will bring out their monster stuff.
Ooh,
That's true.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't mention that. Kevin's going to a toy convention on Saturday morning. So he's gonna bring his phone and we're gonna live stream it here, so
Oh,
we can
yeah, I'm
virtually
about
go to a toy convention with
yeah.
Kevin. Yeah. So that'll be Saturday.
Because some
Hmm.
people they think monster stuff will only sell around Halloween.
Yeah. Isn't that just? Yeah. I can't stand that attitude that people have. Oh, I guess it's Halloween. I can get my spooky stuff out now from the
Well, too,
box.
if you have an antique store in your town, maybe you should check there too.
No. Well, yes, I do actually, but uh, yeah, 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 maybe. Actually, there is a good antique store now. Before there was just one antique store, and all you went in there and they always had the same stuff, and the guy in there would tell you how terrible Trump was for the entire time you were in the store, and then you'd go back in 6 months and he'd be talking about how much he hates Trump to someone. Every time I've gone in the store, he's been lecturing people about how much he hates Trump. So I went back because they had a plastic stagecoach from probably the Kennedy era toy, and I went back and it was sold, and that was the only other thing I ever got in there was some coverless comics from about 1970 that were bought a few doors down at the barbecue restaurant when it used to be a Rexall drug store. So I guess they didn't sell, so they were coverless. Oh boy. Okay, so that's what that is. And um I'll show you some other things that you could there's a guy that's been putting up Marvel superheroes cartoon music. Now, Marvel superheroes, the 1966 series, the one that you just showed with Submariner, the theme songs, of course, were done by Jacques Urbant or Jack Urbant. He was a Canadian guy. He wrote all those songs, when Captain America throws his mighty shield. That was original music. But in the course of the cartoon, all that great background music was from music libraries, a lot of them in England. And people have researched and gone through these archives and found the tracks that they used. And some people have put them up on YouTube. And it's hard. It's a lot of people don't realize it, but the 1967 Spider-Man cartoon was the same animation studio in Canada that made the more limited animation Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, Submariner cartoons. It was the same animation studio. They just had more money coming to them from ABC, so they upped the ante with the animation. But in the Spider-Man cartoons, a lot of the music in the background when he's spinning around and going from building to building is also from those music libraries. So if you're so inclined, you can find this music. There's somebody named Luke Skywalker or something that's putting up a lot. He keeps adding to this playlist of Marvel superhero music. So let me see if I can find it. So if I type in 1966 Marvel cartoon and then I add Luke Skywalker, I think I can find it. But what I like to do is just have I've always wanted to just do a show where we just tell how to find cool stuff on YouTube, because that way you don't have to really pay for streaming service, although we pay YouTube to not have commercials. It's horrible, I know. And
Isn't it like $15 a month now? They raised it.
it probably is, I don't know. I asked my wife to do it. Here's something that's really great. I really recommend that you do this. Let me show you this, if you're into this stuff. um This video here is from PBS. It's 1966 Marvel Superheroes cartoon songs. That's the guy that wrote all the music. So you click on it, and it's from some PBS show from a long time ago. Jack Urbant, or he also goes by Jacques. Anyway, he tells about how he wrote the songs, and he sings all of them. And hold on. The 60s when I wrote these superhero songs. By the way, no one hired me to do that. I did them all on spec. My first song was Hulk. I noticed when I read the comic books that Hulk was referred to as a monster clown. So I realized they didn't want this character to be too dark, too monsterish. Therefore, the song came out something like this. And filtered by gamma rays turns into the Hulk, anti and glamour rays. Wrecking the town with the power of
A bull ain't no monster clown who is as lovable as
Anyway, it goes on, and he's it's worth watching, trust me.
should you see.
Anyway, real low sound on that though. I had to turn it all the way up to 100% sound for that. I don't remember the sound being that bad on it. But anyway, okay, so that reflects him really not understanding the Hulk at all when he wrote that song. I always never really could understand in the song is when you're trying to figure out those lyrics as a kid. You know, it's like. Um, Hold on. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. It's my wife talking to our nephew. I heard like screaming. I thought something was horrible was going on upstairs, but she's just laughing. It's scary. I had chills going up and down my spine. Um, okay. So in the song, Doc Bruce Banner belted, or is it belted or pelted by gamma rays, turns into the Hulk. Ain't he Gamma rays and gamma rays, right? Wrecking the town with the power of a bull. And then this woman with kind of a New York Betty Boop voice says, he's no monster clown who is as lovable as ever loving Hulk. And he says, when I read the comic, because what happened is he was trying to get the job of writing this music. So I think what happened is he went to Stanley. He tells the story. If you watch it, he goes to Stanley, and Stanley, I think, gives him some comics, and he reads and figures out who these characters are and writes these songs. And so this would have been 1965, as no, it wouldn't have been. It would have been 1966 because I don't think there was any thought of doing a Marvel cartoon until the Batman TV show premiered in January of 66. So it would have been during the course, and then those cartoons premiered in September of 66. Um, he says the Hulk was often referred to as a monster clown, so I knew that this was supposed to be lighthearted. What he had, I can tell you the comic he had. He had Marvel Tales #2 that reprinted the Hulk story with the Circus of Crime, where Hulk is painted up like a clown in that story, and that would have been a 1965 comic, and he would have. In fact, I have it right here because I was looking at it right here. Yeah. So that's the book he had, and that's why he wrote the song that he's no monster. See, I thought that girl was calling the person that was calling the Hulk in other words, like, it's like that guy's a monster. He says, he's no monster, you clown. He's lovable. I thought that's the way that song was supposed to go. She's calling you a clown for calling him a monster, but in reality, the way this guy wrote it, she's saying he's no monster clown. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, honestly. But this is oh, this is the wrong. Oh, here it is. See, this is unquestionably the book that he had when he was trying to figure out who the Hulk was when he wrote that song. Because you open it up and, it's this story from reprinted from Hulk #3. And And I'm sure he didn't read the story. He was just looking at the pictures to try to figure out who Hulk was. Um, where is it, man? Maybe it's earlier in this book. Oh, yes, it is. Maybe not. What the freaking heck? Or maybe, oh, it's actually in Avengers #1, I guess. I guess he meets up with the Circus of Crime in Hulk 3. And then, because this is a, looks like this is a, yeah, then they have a reprint of Avengers #1. And in Avengers #1, that's what he was looking at. You see the Hulk as a monster clown. See, he's painted up like a clown. That's why that song is that way. See? So, trivia that no one cares about. Let's see. What are people saying here? Oh, people talking. I wish people would just come on the show and talk. Uh, yeah, I'll put the link on again. You guys need to come on. Let's see. Kevin's Missing Mars says package received. Awesome freebies you are going to throw out. Probably my fave of the whole grab bag. They smell wonderful. Okay.
Cool. Glad you liked everything.
Yeah. They gotta smell better than the books I was smelling last night. I smelled that stuff till midnight last night. That Jughead comic was so foul. What kind of foul child owned that comic book in 1966? I don't know, man. Um, Probably Tim Walls. It was probably owned by him. That's probably why it had that horrible stain on the back cover. You don't want to. You don't want to. It looked like the type of stain. It looked like a bad stain. Not blood, something else, another kind of bodily fluid. Gold key geese. Gold key geezer. I first became aware of Alex Jones from his cameo in a Scanner Darkly movie. Yeah, living in Texas, maybe that's why I was always aware of him. I've always enjoyed him. Missing Mars. Always liked your picks, Rawhide Kid. What?
That was some of the books that he got was Rawhide Kid,
Oh,
One, Hulk.
oh, I thought he meant pictures. I thought he was talking to. Oh, also liked your picks, like the picks that you made.
Yeah,
Okay, oh, you
not
picked up.
pictures.
Oh, you picked out like he got a grab bag, like so he didn't
Yeah.
know what he was getting. So he got a Rawhide Kid, a thing #1. Is that the thing where he goes to another planet?
I
Hulk
think the
10.
Hulk 10 was an annual 10.
Okay, Micronauts 1 choice. Oh, he got is it a real Micronauts 1 or a
Yeah, a real one.
Oh, cool. Gary Davis, thanks, Gratu. I ran across that whenever I was looking for retro Halloween specials. Yeah, man, come on, Gary Davis, come on. Last time Gary thought that he'd come on and was offensive. He called me the next morning and says, I think I might have hurt Captain Strangelife's feelings because I was saying, man, you paid too much for that book. He says, I was drinking some wine and I felt like I was ignoring Gary Davis. So I was feeling bad. And then he called the next morning and say, man, I really feel bad. I came on your show drunk. Gary Davis, I'm missing Mars. We ought to have more drunken people on this show, actually. Live 88. Amazing to see this guy singing the Marvel songs. Yeah.
Dark
Isn't
Knight
that
Blood
great?
number one?
That's
Or is it
great.
Blood #1?
Yeah, the Hulk sure is the goofiest for sure. Imp says Mario Bava, Boris
Yeah.
Karloff, Black Sabbath,
Look under G and look under
1963
B
equals
also.
a bunch of hearts and a bunch of pumpkins. Imp says, let's go Buffalo Bills. Where's Woozy Winks? Zombo. Zombo changed my life, and not this new Zombo that everybody's talking about. That's a bunch of crap. Well, I mean, I guess he's a wonderful person, but as a kid, I had a Whitman hardcover book that I was handed down from my older brother of the Munsters. So I was aware what the Munsters were, but I never saw the Munsters. And then one Saturday morning, I'm watching. That's the sound of the heater um, system. I'm watching Saturday morning cartoons, and all of a sudden, the Munsters comes on. It's like I've never seen it before, never heard the theme song before, but I see the Munsters coming down the stairs, Herman coming down the stairs and hear that great music. And I go, oh my gosh. And I run upstairs and wake up my older brother, who was the original owner of my Munsters book. And I said, the Munsters is coming on television. But it was just a commercial because the Munsters was coming to that local TV station and they were just running the opening credits as a commercial. So I woke him up for no reason, eh, but I was really excited. And then the Munster starts, and I watch it every day, and it was unbelievable. But that Zombo episode blew my mind. It was so great. That was the first time I was exposed to a horror host. It was a parody of a horror host, but it was really the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life up to that moment. And about that same time, I discovered the Seventh Voyage of Sinbad being played on a Saturday night on that same channel. And my mind was just blown more and more. And I'd go to the store, and there'd be Castle of Frankenstein and Famous Monsters and the Monster Times. And it was just a great time. 1972, 73. We were living in Hampton, Virginia. Right next to the school, I could walk to it. Now that school's closed, I guess the kids must be performing so badly there, they just closed the school down. But Zombo was great. There's some horror host now that calls himself Zombo that imitates the makeup. I don't know how he gets away with it. It's like copyright infringement to me, but I don't know. Everyone seems to love him. So and then there was a Gilligan's Island, or maybe there were two Gilligan's Island monster episodes. There was one Gilligan's Island episode that it was like a vampire movie. It was like a Hammer movie. Do you guys remember that? That I loved. There were certain key episodes, I hate to use that word key, of different series that boggled my mind, that were so great, that changed me. There was that Zombo episode of the Munsters. There was that Gilligan's Island episode. There was a Brady Bunch one, it seems like, that was horror related. I don't know. What else was it? Then that Gamesters of Triskelion episode of Star Trek really that certainly opened my eyes to other things. Um, Imp says I watch Harryhausen Sinbad movies on a weekly basis. That is why we value you as a viewer. Come on, Imp. Come on, Gary Davis. Let's get some monster people on this show here, man. I'm doing all the. Let's see. Let me put the link here again. You guys can't. I guess everyone's watching a football game. It sounds like. I don't know why Trump's not doing a rally today. I'm confused. I'm lost without a Trump rally playing in the background. Anyway, what else is going on? Uh, what's coming out next week, Kevin? Anything fantastic?
I have a list, but I don't have it here in front of me right now.
All right. Anything arrive in the mail today?
No, but tomorrow or Friday I should have a bunch of new figures.
Oh yeah. Um,
I'm waiting for two masks that I got from Monster Son of Monster Palooza.
uh,
Son of Monster Palooza is the smaller show. They have Monster Palooza and Son of Monster Palooza.
uh,
They had a really cool photo op. It was a monster. It was a famous monsters photo op where it looked like somebody's living room from the 1960s, 70s.
really?
Yeah, with the TV and the wood paneling and the shag carpet. You could sit down and take a picture.
Oh, cool.
But I bought two masks. I started telling you guys about the one.
Oh, there's a dot. Someone's trying to get in. Oh, Gary Davis at the stage. Hey, what's up? Turn your
Hey,
camera.
Grodky.
Hey
Hey,
there.
everybody. How's it going?
Hey,
Good.
how's it going?
Turn your camera. There you go. What do
There we
you
go.
have new in your monster basement, man?
I this isn't necessarily new, but I've been doing some clearing out, and let me just set this down here, and I can show you. Bear with me just a moment here. Um, I recently got these off of eBay, and they're reproductions, but they're really cool. Creatures from the Black Lagoon lobby cards.
Oh, replicas?
Yeah, they are reproductions, but they're very awesome. There's a set of 8 of them,
Yeah.
and they're just beautifully printed and really nice. I'm gonna put them with my creature from the Black Lagoon figure.
Yeah.
I have a poster, but it's a reproduction also.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did a really great job on these. I was pretty impressed. I was going to show you these. I knew you'd be interested in seeing something new.
Yeah. You're not gonna get real creature from the Black Lagoon stuff without spending on ungodly
Yeah,
funds.
he did include the Orson Welles Touch of Evil lobby card, which I thought was really cool. That was a
Oh,
nice freebie that he included. And then
oh.
there's the last one, which this one is probably the one I'm going to put up with my creature.
Yeah, they call that the header. Well, I don't call it header card, or the A card, I think. That's the main
Yeah,
one. Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was kind of excited about those and wanted to show you those, kind of as
Yeah,
a
that's great.
show and tell type thing. Um, there was another thing I came across. Bear with me one moment while I go get it.
Sure.
A couple other things I came across. Uh, I go to the thrift stores a lot, and I don't know if you're familiar with the Naugahyde monster.
Oh yeah, I've got three of them.
Oh, okay. This is the second one I've gotten. I found this at a thrift store, and these things sell for quite a lot online.
You found that at a thrift store for how much?
Oh, it was like $3.
What is
Some
that
some
thing called?
ridiculous
It's called a naga.
Naga
It was
monster.
they made them to promote Naugahyde couches from some company that made Naugahyde, and they made these monsters in different colors as little promo items. I guess late '60s, maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
they
I
still
think I've
make them,
seen.
and they still sell them now.
They still make new ones.
Yeah, they make new ones. This one is dated.
I had no idea.
Yeah, this one is dated. Let's see here, 2010.
Oh, whoa! I didn't know they made new ones.
Yeah,
That takes some of the fun. Well,
yeah.
how do you? Well, if they're dated, at least you know. I wonder if mine are dated. Imp
I don't
says
know.
too many beverages. No, that'd be fun, man. If you come on with too many beverages, he says if you're on a date, White Zombie or Misfits. Probably. Well, I wouldn't be on a date first of all, but I guess it would if someone was single, I guess it would depend. It wouldn't be White Zombie. It would be probably be the Cramps. I'd give a third choice. White Zombie was good in their prime, but Rob Zombie has. I used to like him. He's since disappointed me with his movies and with his Monsters movie. Yeah, of course, Glenn Danzig's movies weren't that good either. Meyer, I had to take a phone call. And then August Ascetic says, Imsh, I think the Skeleton Warrior duels were the most difficult to make. Yeah, Missing Mars says, Gary Hall, real cool. Friar Tuck says WWON TV out of New York City at a streaming website has a streaming website that has horror movie hosts on Saturday nights from around the U.S.
Oh, cool.
That's interesting. It's a streaming website. Are they current ones or are they from a long time ago? I found the thing I was trying to show you guys, so I will show you really quickly, then I'll cut back to Gary or whoever else wants to come on. All right. This is why I've been staring at the TV trying to find this for you guys. It's the channel is one Luke Skywalker 202. And anyway, he has playlists. Um, where is it? Now I can't really play these. It's weird. He can put these up, but if I play this music, my video won't be able to go up because it will get a copyright block from Disney. Because as soon as well, some of it will. Not every song. Some of them it will. So right here, he's got a playlist. Is that a playlist? No, it isn't. Okay. What?
So how is he
Okay.
able to do it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Anyway, it says Spider-Man 1967 music, and then it's got all these, the music from. But a lot of people have the Spider-Man playlist up. That's pretty common. But what he has here, this playlist says Marvel superheroes music. He has 138 videos. He adds like every few days he adds one or two more, and some of the music cues are only about 30 seconds long. But anyway, I'll put it on for a second. But with so he has Marvel superheroes music, dramatic takes. It, see these. That's the. It sounds like this. But sometimes he has slides from the cartoons playing. Well, this is murder horror drama. It's a company called KPM, or that's a CPM, but I thought it was KPM. That's the music library in England where they.
So I wonder if you can just put it up and you give credit to where credit's due, and then they let you put it up.
Um, he did have slides from these cartoons, and it looks like he's stopped doing that because now he just shows pictures of the record label because that's the Disney's probably got after him. Because I just had an Iron Man cartoon played in the background the couple Saturdays ago, and that anyway, use that playlist. You got to go to one Luke Skywalker, whatever I just said, 202, and then look for his playlist. And if you're into that kind of music. Okay, so more comments. August Aesthetic. Thanks, Meyer, for unboxing Cthulhu. That's the one I wanted to see the most. Friar Tuck says it appears current on host. They show old movies. Lord Blood Raw moved to this channel. Imp says Peanuts. They have their programming schedule posted on the site. Where did you see Peanuts? On his did you see that Gary Davis's stuff, or did you see that on this website I was showing, this YouTube channel? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, let's cut back to Gary Davis. Gary Davis, show us more monster stuff or whatever you want to show us. We're
I just
fascinated with your environment.
this was something that I found at the thrift store. It's called Dracula's Heir. I don't know if you've ever heard of this book,
No.
but it's one of those. It says it's an interactive mystery, and
Okay.
it's very intricate. It's got little pockets that have things inside of it. Little pockets that have letters, photographs, um, kind of a it's kind of a mystery type thing where you're supposed to be reading through the book and you get to open these pockets that have little secrets in them, and there's a storyline, and I haven't gotten to get through all of it myself, but when I went through it at the thrift store, I found the things, everything was in the pockets that they included. So
Oh
I
my
was really happy to find it that way, because most of the time when you find these kind of books, the things in the pockets are either ripped out or messed up or something like that. And this one I
yeah.
found was pretty complete. This one has, I mean, it includes a lot of different things. You can see the London,
That's because no one reads anymore, and that was probably a present given to some kid, and he never read it,
probably,
and immediately sold
yeah,
it to the thrift store for more
yeah,
fentanyl,
yeah,
um,
more fentanyl.
or
But
whatever.
yeah,
Whatever it is.
it's kind of a neat little book. It's got just little books within books,
Wow.
and so it's kind of a mystery type thing where I guess you get to solve the mystery and get to the end of the book, and then once you get to the end of the book, it's revealed to you what the mystery is.
Well,
And
your thrift stores in Colorado look like they're superior to the thrift stores I used to go to in Texas. That's for sure.
well, this particular one, it's called Mile High Thrift. They have some of the most amazing things, and I was really surprised. They don't. It's not like a regular thrift store that usually has junk or trash or whatever. They actually organize it very well and keep it nice and clean and keep it organized. They don't accept any credit cards or anything like that. It's strictly cash, and they don't
Yeah.
have any returns. So it's one of the nicer thrift stores, and it's really close by. It's within walking distance.
So you've got a
Uh,
lot of wealthy people that live there in Colorado. So their cast offs are going to be a lot nicer than the cast offs of people that live in trailer homes.
some of them are, yeah, yeah. Um, this is something kind of goofy that I found. This is something I found years ago, and I ran across it. My ex girlfriend wanted to buy it, and then she left it behind. It's kind of a goofy thing. Um, Going to Bible bookstores when I was younger, they used to have Bibles and commentaries and concordances and things like that. But they always had a section of what I call Jesus junk, and Jesus
Okay.
Jesus junk was usually little tops and twirly whirligigs and things like that that said "Praise the Lord" or "Right on for Jesus" or something like that. This is one that I just call it Jesus junk, and you probably never find it in a Bible bookstore, and I'm not sure where it originated from. This is called "Looking Good for Jesus." Get his attention, repair damage. It's a fix it kit, redeem your reputation, and more. It's got a Jesus mirror, Jesus figurine, and it's got lotion.
Oh my gosh.
It says, "Get get tight with Christ." Um, Sparkling cream, sparkle cream, and then on the back it's got lip balm.
Oh boy. That's
Jesus
pretty
lip
weird.
balm,
What I would
and
mainly go into those stores for was for the what was it, the comics from Spire.
yeah, Spire used to have, and occasionally, I think Spire was associated with the Chick publications, weren't they?
I don't think so. No, I think Spire was a little bit more less scary. they were the they had Archie and Dennis the Menace and
Yes.
Tom Landry Bible comics, but
Yeah.
the well, I don't know. Jack Chick did have some regular comics. So they had a series called The Crusaders, and
Yes, they did. They had
maybe
he had a lot. He had a lot of those. There was, I think, didn't Cross or Spire Comics do the Cross and the Switchblade?
yeah, yeah,
Seems to me they did. And then yeah,
yes
there
they
were
did.
some Archie comics. I remember getting some Archie comics and seeing some Dennis the Menace Christian comics.
And then there's a bunch of people that I remember getting Hansi, the girl that loved the swastika, and that's uh, people seek after that because they think it's ironic to put it on their comic book wall. But I mean, it's a girl that grew up in Nazi Germany and learned to learned that it was horrible. But I don't
Yeah,
know. There's something about the smiling girl with the swastika behind her that makes people want to pay lots of money for it for some reason. I know
I
they
remember
printed
seeing
millions of that book, but
I remember seeing one where there was this guy and he was smuggling Bibles into China,
Yeah.
and he was praying. He was praying as the guard was coming to his car. He was saying, "God, you've made seeing eyes, or you made blind eyes see. Now please make seeing eyes blind." And I guess the Chinese soldiers searched his car and didn't find a single Bible.
Oh.
But his car was full of Bibles.
Oh man.
And so, and then if I remember right, there was a cartoon version of the story of the hiding place by Corey Ten Boom. Oh, there it is.
How do you see dates on these things, man? I've never seen a date on these things.
You have a tag? Is there a tag on it?
No, I don't think any
Mine
of
has.
these have tags.
Mine has. I've got the two different versions. Let me show you my second one. I showed you this first one, and he's got a little tag right here. See it?
Hold on, I got to switch back to you. Uh,
He's got a little tag attached to him.
yeah, I don't have any tags on any of these
And then,
things.
and then my second one. This is the second one that I have, and he's a little newer. He was made in 2020. He also has a tag.
Well, maybe it's the new ones that have these tags. That guy doesn't have any fangs, and he's got a bow tie. He's a little more friendly. Like I guess they
Yeah,
made him to be less scary to kids or something.
yeah. He's a little smaller too. Um,
Oh, okay. These are my other two here. There's,
oh, okay.
there's no tags.
No tags.
These have there's see, this one doesn't have stitching around the mouth, which is unusual. I don't, I'm no expert on these things. See, this guy, the mouth is stitched. You see around the edge of the where the
Yeah,
lips are,
yeah.
it's stitched. This guy isn't.
Oh,
Uh,
that's weird.
so I don't know anything about that, but
Yeah.
I'm not an expert on these things.
I guess
I,
the story that the company makes, or the company tells, is that their Naga hide couches are made from the hides of the Naga monster, and
yeah,
so
I think that
they harvest the hides of the Naga monsters
right.
to make their couches.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, yeah, kind of goofy, but
I'd believe that more than I'd believe that Kamala Harris is fit to be president.
another thing I found at the thrift store, my ex-wife has gone from hating cats to having three in her home,
Uh
and
huh.
so I bought my ex-wife a little toy that I found at the thrift store. It's called Crazy Cat Lady, and it's an action figure.
Okay.
So she's getting that for Christmas.
So, man, what? Show us your monster section since this is a monster-oriented episode.
Absolutely, I've got several monster sections actually. Um, there's the creep show section. I've got creature from the Black Lagoon section.
Oh, nice.
Nice display. This is the creature that I was telling you about that I was going to put those lobby cards with. I'll probably put them up here on my
Yeah,
closet.
that's a good idea.
And then over here, I've gotten some different monsters. I have kind of a Nosferatu section, and just some different items. Some that you've probably seen before. Elvira. I'm working on my Elvira collection. These are my kids when they were really little. And I've got a Batman section that I've been building, been working on.
Huh.
But I've also got vampire section, which includes Dracula and the Count from Sesame Street.
Oh yeah.
I've been working on different things. I've got gargoyles, different monsters. I got this makeup kit from eBay. I used to have this makeup kit when I was a little kid. And I'm working on a Disney Haunted Mansion display as well.
Hey, you know about the Sunny Boy 66 YouTube channel?
I do know about it just because of you.
Yeah, they're adding some amazing stuff, continually. Um, so how's the work?
This is my work is not happening. I actually got let go.
What? So
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
are you on
They said
unemployment? What's going on?
not yet. I'm not yet on unemployment. They let me go mainly because they said that I was too slow and I couldn't keep up with the production levels that they wanted. Mainly it was because of my disability. And so I applied for disability, and
Uh,
I'm going to see if I can get disability benefits that way. Um, and I'm not sure if I would have a case against them with unemployment because um, they tried working with my disabilities, and they still said that I was working underneath the accepted level of production.
okay,
So,
man.
so they let me go. I'm no longer employed right now. I'm looking for work.
So mainly they have really young people working there, or what?
They do. They have a lot of kids working there. And usually, if there is ever an older person, a senior, working there, they usually aren't there very long before they get let go. Unfortunately,
Well, so you're not in any danger. You've got a place to live. You don't have to. You're set there, right? You're living with your
yeah,
sister.
this home is our home, and I don't pay any rent. So the only thing I'm concerned about right now is things like paying utilities and insurance and food and buying gas and things like that. So
So
I have had to.
you split utilities with your sister?
Well, actually, my sister takes care of the utilities, and I take care of the homeowner's insurance. So that's kind of
Oh,
a
okay.
toss across. So
Okay. So you just need okay, so you're not in peril. You're not like
no,
horrified. Yeah.
no,
And
I'm not
honestly,
in peril. I'm not in peril at this moment. I just recently cashed in my Amazon stock,
oh,
and I've been building up some Amazon stock since I've been working there, and so I was able to get a significant amount of money put in the bank for that. And I've been selling some items at the pawn shop
oh.
to make some ends meet. But other than that, I'm just looking for a new job and looking for new work. So we'll see.
Well, you're not selling anything too amazing at the pawn shop, or
No, I had some. I've built up a cache of firearms that I've
oh.
had for quite some time, and decided I didn't need quite so many. So I was able to sell. I was able to sell quite a few of them.
Ooh, I think Missing Mars maybe trying to help out. He asked if you do PayPal.
I
and,
have a PayPal account.
and Last Frontier is saying, "Hey guys, hey Last Frontier, you're welcome to come on if you want." Um, but did you ever see Last Frontier Comics come on the show, Gary?
I have. I've watched the show when you've had Frontier on.
Oh well, yeah. Well, if you're not working, then you can pretty much watch the show all the time.
You know, it's funny, and I feel kind of embarrassed to tell you this, Gratu, but sometimes I put you on to go to sleep.
No, that's fine. I do that with Alex Jones, and I love Alex Jones.
I put your show on and I fall asleep to it sometimes.
No, that's all right.
I'm embarrassed to tell you that because I don't want you to think that you're boring, but there's just a lot of times I need a feeling that there's a friend, a friend
Yeah, yeah.
who's nearby and talking to me, and and I really genuinely do feel like you're my friend, and so it's comforting. It actually is very comforting to hear you and Meyer Greenblatt and the other guys talking to each other. Kevin from Gotham City Comics. It's wonderful just to hear you guys, and it feels like family a lot of times.
It does. It's honest. It's genuine. I mean, I really think these are very honest, genuine people, and I don't think they're. I don't worry that they're talking about me behind my back or something. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, it's funny because I think Meyer Greenblatt had just moved into his place and he was showing it off. He was showing it off to you guys. He was showing you the different just the different rooms and different place, and I literally fell asleep to that. It was wonderful. It was really nice.
I think Missing Mars is really pushing for the PayPal address. Do you feel comfortable sharing it on the show? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's fine.
I guess that
Um,
wouldn't be doing anything bad except put money
my
in it.
Yeah, my PayPal my email address is it's all lowercase. It's GARY1963 DAVIS,
I
and so
think
it's
I
Gary
think
Davis or
I think that it cut out in
Gary,
the middle. Would you repeat it? It's
sure. It's my first name GARY,
right.
and then it's the date I was born, 1963, and then my last name DAVIS at yahoo.com.
Okay.
So I think you should be able to reach me via that email address on PayPal.
Do you think that you could just become a self-employed dealer in antiquities and sell stuff through the mail instead of working for these horrible, evil corporations?
I thought of that. I thought that would really actually be kind of a good idea. I could either sell things through eBay or Facebook, something like that,
Or
and
you
I
know what? We could have a night every week where you pull some stuff and we have, it's like you show something and people can bid on it, or you could say this is going up for this price and people you want to do that? Like just show be Gary Davis night, Don't sell off anything precious from your childhood, but you want to do
that's a
that? You
great
want to
idea.
Yeah, and then people can, it's just you're going to have to ship the stuff. That's a pain in the ass, but
Yeah,
uh,
that's a terrific idea. I never thought of that. That would be really kind of fun. That'd be fun to do.
Chip Creep Napalm says you guys are a true monster squad. It's hard to find people like you out in the world. Yeah, well, yeah, I think it's easier to find. I don't know. Is it easier to find good people that are into monsters than good people that are into comic books? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
mean, I'm into both, but I think we all are into both. But maybe there's something about being into monsters that refines you and makes you into a better human being. I don't know.
Well, being a monster kid, you have a heart for the monsters, for the pain.
Yeah,
How did Boris Karloff say it? The pathos of the monster. The being him playing the monster of Frankenstein. He felt sympathetic.
yeah. Kevin, you're gonna
He
get me
felt,
into trouble with that Vampirella picture. What is that from? Is that a new
Oh,
comic?
it's a free comic day book.
Could I see? Could I see that real quick? Because that actually looks
wow.
like a good painting. Uh,
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
is is that something that is it for sale or it's not still free, right?
I don't know.
Or
Is
is it?
that is it Perillo art? Is it Lucio Perillo?
I have. What do I know? The only, but it's good art. I can recognize that that would have been on a cover of a real Warren magazine, as opposed to most of the stuff from Dynamite looks
No, it's
awful to
Alex.
me.
That's the Alex Ross cover.
Oh, it's Alex Ross. Oh man, Alex Ross doing Vampirella. I never thought that was. I never even dreamed of him doing that kind of character. Do you
Yeah.
just have one of that, or do you have a stack
Yeah.
of
I
that?
don't remember when this came out. I don't remember seeing it.
Well, before I get all, is that your personal collection, or is that something that's? Well, you better see if it
Uh,
has some value. You
it's
know.
Volume 5, number 1 from, let's see what year. It's got to be a newer, it's 2021.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Pandemic era. Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
was
when they
gonna
broke
say.
Well, a little
when they
bit
broke
after the pandemic, I guess.
that's when they broke up Free Comic Day into the summer. We had to each week give out a different book
Oh yeah, that was
through
the
the
year.
summer, and nobody came in, so I don't even I probably didn't even order this.
Okay, where did that show up in your store from?
I bought a collection
Oh, just when? Today?
just recently, but it's nothing you guys would want to see.
Well, I'd want to see that. That's. Is there anything else like that in there? Or is it just a bunch of crap?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of crap.
Library 8 says, yeah, you can have sales episodes with Gary and other people, business collectors sell stuff. Yeah, I'd like to do that with Last Frontier. Library 8 says, Huzza Wuzza. Do you know
Was
this? These people that running in fear. Do you have that set, Gary?
no, that's something that I've never seen before until you happened to feature. You and Kevin featured it a day or so ago.
Oh,
I've
That
never
was the
seen those
oldest book.
before.
That was the oldest book in the collection right there.
oh man, that's not old at all to me, but I guess it
Yeah,
would be to someone that's pretty
it's
into.
Avengers 303 dollar price cover price on it.
Wow, looks like it's in good condition.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's brand new practically to me. Is that from the eight? That's probably from the 90s, huh?
80s or 90s, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I just prefer 70s and 60s as far as that stuff goes, with
Yeah.
some exceptions. Wow. Well, anyway, that Vampirella, if you're selling it, I'd love to get it. I'm gonna contact you, I think, tomorrow. I got a paycheck, and apparently it's a pretty good one. So apparently, working two jobs is apparently. So I'm gonna get an order tomorrow to you.
Oh, there's a
Uh,
bunch of free comic book Dave books in here.
oh, let's take a look.
And
Do
there's
the,
lady.
Kevin, do those free comic book day books are they actually very valuable as far as resale or as far as
I think the only one
collectability?
that ever became valuable was Umbrella Academy.
Oh,
Remember
how
that
is
What?
that
TV
book?
show?
I've never really known much about that. Is that any good?
It was good, and the series was good for the first couple of seasons, and I think might have died on that last season.
No, I mean this book you're showing here.
Oh, this has been going out for a long time. Joe Bonita, or however you say his name.
Yeah,
Um,
it's the artwork's nice. I just never read this book.
yeah, he's
The
cool.
steampunk, obviously.
When he started this, it was really popular. Steampunk was everywhere at conventions,
Yeah,
and nowadays, I mean, I don't see anybody talking about steampunk anymore.
yeah, you're right.
No, you don't.
So I used to sell maybe 50 copies of this every month, and now it comes out so infrequent that I order about 6 copies when it ever comes out.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was a short-lived fad. I think for 5 years it was popular, probably.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What else you got in there?
What time? Oh, hold on a second. I gotta lock the door real quick.
Oh, okay, it's closing time. Oh, my goodness. My eyesight's getting so bad.
Yeah, that Vampirella cover looks really nice.
Yeah, well,
Um,
Alex Ross is just great, and he's always been great. It's just yeah, but you're buying it for the cover. The interior is going to be awful.
yeah, that's true.
I really hate that.
I
It's like
bought I bought a Vampirella trade paperback. I can't remember the name of it. The cover was amazing. I can't remember who did the cover. I think it was oh gosh, who's that guy that does dinosaurs and dragons? I can't think of his
Mark. Is
name.
it Mark Schultz?
I don't know. But the cover was amazing. She's kind of leaning over some kind of statue or something like that, and when I opened it up and looked at the artwork on the inside, I was like, "What the hell is this?" It was
Yeah,
just
it's
really poorly done.
they have that's how that company Dynamite is. They just sell covers. They don't expect anyone to ever open the books. They never
Yeah,
expect anyone to take them out of the bags. So
yeah,
they just get somebody's next door neighbor who's 12 years old to draw it.
exactly. Speaking of Vampirella, I've got something to show you.
All right, that sounds like I need to embiggen you,
The last sale was.
man.
Um, something I was going to show you that I came across in my collection, and I had forgotten that I had this, and I was gonna. I told myself that if Gratu ever had another live show, I would show these. Mike Hoffman is an artist who does some remarkable work, and he has a presence on Facebook. Um, his Facebook page. He actually offered these prints um, on Facebook.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see them that well, but each one of them signed at the very bottom. And
okay. Yeah, that's. Is there any way to get a lamp or something and put it in there where you can get a little more light, or is there more light? It seems like you used to have more, yeah, like flip a light switch. Yeah, light's important on television. Yeah, that's
yeah,
great.
and I mean,
Yeah,
there's
he's
some
pretty
really
good.
really good ones here. I'm trying to keep the glare down, but it's kind of hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These are all just beautiful prints. And Mike Hoffman, like I said, Mike Hoffman is the one who offered these. He's the artist. And
Yeah.
if you get on Facebook and look up Mike Hoffman's Facebook page, he's offering a lot of different things
I
on his
think I
Facebook.
follow him. It sounds familiar.
Oops.
Oh,
Another one of my favorite Vampirella artists also has a presence on Facebook. You might be familiar with him, Joe Jusko.
yeah, yeah,
Joe Jusko has a presence on Facebook, and he's just an amazing man. He's just a
yeah.
really kind man, and just he's actually active on Facebook. He actually responds when you make a comment or say something complimentary. He actually responds. And his wife is such a sweetheart. She's such a sweet lady. And it's kind of funny because I kind of like with you, Gratu, I became friends with his wife first. Kind of like how I became friends with Cleo first, and then I eventually met you. But um,
How did that happen again? I don't remember.
I don't remember how that happened, but I remember that Cleo and I were friends on Facebook for quite a long time before I actually met you.
Before you
And
saw the show?
what's that?
Before you saw the show, you were friends with
Yeah,
her?
yeah. I was friends
Oh,
with
I
Cleo
didn't know that.
long before I saw the show, and Cleo told me all about you and how you were interested in the same kinds of things I am. She said she kind of laughed. She said, if you and my husband were next door neighbors, you'd be at each other's houses all the time.
What? I had no idea. I thought that I thought we met first.
No, no,
I
I knew
probably used
Cleo.
to
I
know
knew
this and
Cleo
I've
for
forgotten because I'm very
no, I knew
forgetful.
Cleo. I knew Cleo from way back. Um, and it's kind of funny because I remember seeing your Facebook page and seeing Gratu, the multi-eyed character, and you used to say some really bizarre things on your Facebook page. You know how
Yeah,
you were Gratu must eat. You know, Gratu am hungry. Gratu am going to eat. You know, and
right.
just different,
Well, I learned
different.
English better since those. I was talking about that this morning. That she keeps saying I need to speak like a Martian more, but I've learned English better since then, and but I'll try to do that to amuse people sometime.
So yeah, it was kind of amusing to me, and I remember putting up a friendship request a long time before you actually accepted it. And
That's because I never know to even look. Just and then I see there's 50 people that have requested, and I had no idea that button was even there. And then I'm sure they're all pissed.
well, it was funny because I used to ask Cleo, I'm like, does Gratu not like me? Is there a problem? Because I've asked him to be a friend of mine for quite some time, and he's not doing it.
What did she say?
She said I'll remind him. She
I
said
just don't.
he doesn't
Yeah.
get on Facebook very often. I'll remind him.
Well, all I do on
So
Facebook is steal pictures and then go put them on Instagram. I steal from you quite often.
didn't you have
And then
didn't you have a MySpace thing?
oh yeah, I was
Um,
around in the that's when I became Gratu on MySpace. Someone told
well,
me
that's
MySpace is the new thing, and I said, "Well, I'm not going to use my own name on there."
yeah.
So I came up with a fake name. Although Orloff is a family name,
Well,
but
I think I actually met your wife on MySpace. I think I met Cleo on MySpace first,
oh well, then
and
that's
then
long before I met her. I didn't meet her until about 10 years ago. And
oh wow, okay,
MySpace goes back what 15? When was MySpace? That about
well
20
over 20 years ago.
before 2010. Yeah, that was probably about 2006, 2005, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
But yeah,
back when if you wanted to
it
put a
seems to me,
picture on, you had to put it somewhere on a hosting place and then link to the picture instead of
yeah.
it was a very involved. Yeah.
I enjoyed MySpace, but and then when Facebook came along, I was like, ooh, this is better. You know, I can do all kinds of fun things here.
Yeah.
But
No, except MySpace allowed you to create some overwhelming, you'd click on someone's page and their music would come forward and there'd be a avalanche of pictures. Facebook is more meant for, well, for people's phones just to scroll in a single column.
yeah,
But it doesn't matter. I really kind of hate all of it. But if it wasn't for Facebook, I wouldn't have met Cleo. I mean, I met her through Facebook, so
well,
you can't
that's
knock it
the thing.
entirely.
You know, it's both a blessing and a curse because I mean,
All of it is.
I've kept in contact with friends through Facebook, and otherwise I would never be able to talk to these friends. And just like you, I've met you through Facebook, and have kept in contact with you through that. And
But then there's
just
also old friends that appear to argue politically with my wife, and it's also becomes a fighting ground, or
yeah,
it's
I've
quite
gotten to the
horrible too.
I've gotten to the point where I try to keep out of fighting drama or anything like that. You know, I used to be really outspoken with a lot of my beliefs and things like that, and I would put up either political posts or religious posts, and I get into some of the nastiest arguments with some people, and it finally got to the point where I had to say, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not, I'm just going to kind of keep things on the surface and on mostly fun things.
Well, you put up, or did you stop doing the post with the preacher guy? And do you still put those up? Don't you? You still put up
There's a
some.
there's a guy every once in a while who uh, Kevin Lawson does encouraging encouraging things, and then there is a preacher that gets on there and talks about here, can I encourage you, and that's with Trent Tribe.
Well, I've just given
Um,
up on trying to pacify people. I just decided the other day I'm just going to put almost all Trump stuff on Instagram for the
oh yeah.
next few weeks.
Well, and you can put Trump stuff up, and every once in a while I'll put MAGA 2024, and I'll put up a picture of something. But I try to keep out of the arguments just because it's a waste of my time, and it's just exhausting.
No, you don't exhaust yourself when someone says starts arguing and says Trump is terrible, then you just block them and they're gone and you don't have to
Yeah,
argue.
yeah,
No, it just weeds
yeah.
out the people that you don't want to have around. Let's see. Oh, Meyer's back. Hello, Meyer.
Hey, Meyer,
Hey, what's up?
how's it
Not
going?
much.
Hey, Gary. I heard what you
How's
were
it going?
saying. That was really nice. That was a great compliment. What you were saying about the show.
Oh yeah. Well,
It
I love
is.
your new place.
Oh,
Oh
thanks.
yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure what compliment you were talking about. Yeah, I mean
Well, you
everything's
said you
great.
liked the show, that it was like listening to his friends or something, like with
Oh
Oh
Gary.
yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, I
It's
definitely feel like you guys are friends, and sometimes more than friends, family.
um yeah, it's yeah, I mean, I really feel like this group of people has each other's back, and it does seem like a little posse, man.
Yeah.
Uh, I call it instead of Benny and the Jets, Gratu and the Jerks, because I think some people think we're jerks. I can't imagine why, but
We're
yeah,
just a bunch of nice old guys.
yeah, yeah. Um, my goodness gracious. So. Show us more monster stuff, Gary. I never tire of your collection.
Well, let me look around a little bit. Let me see what I can find. I was just going to mention to you,
Yeah.
you had said that you feel like a group of guys. I just recently got through watching this movie, uh, Ghost Story.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
do you remember the older gentlemen on here used to call themselves the Chowder Society?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen that movie since about 1981, but I
Oh,
loved
wow.
the movie. I
It's a
remember
great
loving it,
movie.
but yeah.
Yeah, I was just when they did that, when they said that, I was thinking to myself, that's kind of like Gratu and all of our friends. We're the Chowder Society.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be
Oh
right
man.
back. I'm going to find some
All
other
right,
items.
sure. How do you get that moon monster sticker, Kevin?
I think it came with that mask I bought.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. By spending money.
No
Here's
problem.
the next comic show.
November 24th.
I think
And
it's the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
okay. William Medina going to New York City Comic Con and hoping to get an artist to draw Francesca from Mad Monster Party on a blank comic cover. Man, there's all these cool people, people that know who Francesca is. Man, William Medina, you should come on the show, man. Library 88. Does anyone on the stream have the Goovy Ghoulies Chem toys? Yes, except I'm missing what was the little green boy? I'm missing him. Used to have him. I can show you them here in a second. Yeah, they in 1972 they had them at the Six Flags Mall, and I remember getting. I still have the Mummy, I still have Frankie, and I have the lady. What is her name? Bella Lugosly. Um, I just the only problem with her is I didn't like her voice on the cartoon. She was such a cool looking character, but they gave her such a horrible voice. But that's kind of true with the whole everything that came out of. I love those Archie cartoons from Filmation. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of the voices were just not right the way I would pick. You know, it's just Archie's voice was a little bit I don't know, and they gave. I think they overdid the Veronica Southern accent. But that's just me personally. They just weren't the voices I imagined. Um,
I just opened up a box that had two Groovy Ghoulies statues inside of it. You want to look at them real quick?
100%. Of course we do.
It's kind of dark in here. Hold on.
It's dark in all of our channels. It looks like, man.
Oh, look at this cool T-shirt.
Is that Lady Death? I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's the Halloween. It's the Chaos Comics Halloween Bash 1996.
Oh man, that looks like a brand new shirt.
It's still in really good shape.
Yeah, just don't wear it to church. Oh man, it's like a giant statue. You're right. It's an actual statue of them.
Yeah, it's an actual statue. This is Drac. And then the other one I have, I think, is Wolfie. I don't have Frankie. I have Drac and Wolfie.
Oh,
The box is the same. The box art is nice, but it doesn't show the statues.
wow.
Let me see how easy it is to take them out. It might be easy, really easy to take them out. I need to pull them out anyway and put them on display. I want to put these up. Since it's Halloween, I want to, get all my Halloween stuff out.
Yeah. And then you'll take it all down when Halloween's over, of course, because we don't want to have spooky
No,
stuff up
my
at other
junk.
times of the year. That would be so uncool. Oh my gosh.
Okay. First one is Drac.
Somebody told me that Halloween is Satan's birthday. Is that true?
He's in a bunch of pieces, you guys. So he needs to be put together, and you have to put him on the stand, put his hands in.
Yeah, I saw Satan's birth certificate and it did say that.
His head looks really cool. Look.
I don't know where people get that from, but no, it's just an old. Oh my gosh.
So you got to put that in here.
Man, this is just like watching Gem Mint Collectibles. You just got to get some gold chains around your neck and.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not. Yeah, this
I'm
is I'm the equivalent of that.
Let's see. Library 88 says, "Oh wow, crazy groovy ghoulie statues, Meyer. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I never knew these existed."
Yeah, I don't know why I don't have the Frankie. Maybe they were sold out, or I didn't get them, or something for some reason.
What was the price range on these? Do you recall? Like $75 or more or less?
About 50 or 60, I think, maybe. I didn't pay
Okay.
much.
Yeah, back when statues used to be affordable.
Yeah, I feel like I got these someplace like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, like on clearance in about 2012 or 2013 or something like that.
Did
Doesn't
you
get.
ever go through earthquakes while you lived in San Francisco? Did everything get through okay?
Yeah, I went through lots of earthquakes, but no damage. The only thing that ever was damaged was this flying saucer model that I had precariously on display to begin with. And when I put it up on display, I was like, just a little earthquake is going to knock that over. And that's what happened. So earthquakes happen all the time where I used to live. I just never really talked about it because you get so used to it and everything. But like what you'll hear is you'll hear the lamp shake. You'll hear
Uh,
like the filament inside of a light bulb shaking. You know what I mean? Little tiny things, and then you'll feel like a slight tremors. But you get really used to it.
oh,
But I went through a big one, the Napa earthquake that happened. I don't know when that happened. I don't know. Shit, I don't remember. 2015, 2014, something. All right, so that was the drac. His hand fell off. I need to use a little putty or something inside there. What does Gem Mint do when the appendages fall out?
I don't know. I've never really watched his channel. I just know he shows
You
statues. I used to call him
edit that.
Statue
You edit that
Bob.
part
It's
out.
nice, kind of like blue. Maybe that's what it looked like in the cartoon. It's supposed to look like the castle floor or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You want to
Um,
look at Wolfie
I
too?
was
You want to
watching
go?
a channel. I think it's called the Comics Den. There's this guy that he kind of looks like a Roman. He's kind of got a Roman haircut with like an eagle nose, and he's got this red-haired wife. And they're comic dealers, and they're really young. They can't be more than 30 years old, but they've got a channel on YouTube, and they went and talked to this older guy that has everything. I mean, he bought, he's got Fantastic Four #1. He's got original issues of All Star Comics. It's just unbelievable collection, well worth well over $1 million. And he's got all this stuff in drawers that come out, and so they have three drawers, all the drawers in this one piece of furniture out, and they're looking at these priceless books, and then the thing topples forward, and he's got these giant statues on top that all fall and break, and you see it live on YouTube. It was horrifying. But
Oh my god.
luckily they were statues based on the Marvel movies, so they weren't. I mean, it's not that I hate those. I loved the Marvel movies until right after Endgame, but they weren't. To me, that's not that priceless a statue of Chris Hemsworth. I mean, he did a good job playing Thor, but it's not like it was something from. But none of the Golden Age comics were damaged, luckily. But although those statues could have fallen and dinged up the top of priceless All Star comics. But anyway. Gary, PayPal address again, please. People are begging to give you money, Gary. Maybe you could write it on a piece of cardboard and hold it up to the camera. I
Maybe
don't
I
know.
should do that. That might be a good idea.
Hey, how's the painting going? Do you ever would you ever do paintings for on commission?
I haven't done that. I haven't done that for a long time. No.
He does great sign painting.
Oh, you could
Thank
make
you.
a business out of that. That'd keep you busy doing that. Sign painting.
Yeah.
I got so many signs I need.
Yeah, I want a Hotel Orloff sign for the porch. um,
Well, brought to you. I've been working on some ideas for the Hotel Orloff. I was going to
oh,
surprise you one day and send you something, but I haven't been able to do that yet.
Live Radiate says, yeah, I wrote Gary's PayPal in the chat so you could see it a while back. Oh, did you? Oh my goodness. Where was that? I'm
Maybe
sorry. I'm not
you
very
can highlight that
efficient.
post.
I'm not very efficient at this, guys. This, where did you write it? I don't see it.
You might be able to pin that post at the top of your page.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the link to come on the show if anyone else wants to. Um, I'm looking for it. I just I don't see it. I'm sure it's there. I'm not. I just don't see it. Oh wait, he's got it on a paper plate. Gary, 1963 Davis. So his birth year is like his middle name. Gary, 1963 Davis. Oh, at yahoo.com. Oh, good.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah. Well, Gary's writing it. I'll write it again if he shows it. Cool. Excellent. And guess I should show the GoFundMe for my wife if anyone wants to help her out. Oh, that's the wrong page. Let's see. Where is it? Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
I was gonna show off a couple of things. This is a drawing I did of Ray Harryhausen's Cyclops.
Oh, great.
Oh,
That's
that's
cool.
cool. Yeah, man.
How big is that?
Look,
What's the size of that?
I have
Gary?
3 versions of that guy right here. If you want to see.
Okay. Well, yes, I'll click to you. Give me a
Yeah,
second
I'd
here.
love to see him.
Yeah, hold on, hold on. Let me see here. Exit solo layout, and then solo layout. Okay, these are three. Oh, these are three that are for sale.
Yeah.
Wow.
My newest one is I just got Bubo, the Chrome version of him.
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was the
How, could you go?
R2D2.
Could you go back to the Cyclops? I was just kind of wondering what are the brand names of those Cyclops?
They're X Plus, or you could say Star Age toys. X Plus Star Age.
X Plus. I've been wanting to get one of those. How much are they?
Oh, it's Star Ace, not Star Age. Star Ace Toys is X Plus. The glow in the dark one is $59.99.
You know something? I thought when I watched Clash of the Titans back when it came out in theaters that owl was just, oh boy, they're doing that because of Star Wars and R2D2. And then I was reading and realized that in actual mythological stories, Hephaestus had a robot owl. Well, it was like a mechanical owl. They wouldn't call him a robot, obviously, but so that's actually in the actual Greek mythology. That kind of surprised me.
I was surprised with that too. I wouldn't. I didn't know that as well. I kind of thought the same way you did, where the owl was kind of put in there for comic relief and maybe sort of to kind of go with the R2D2 kind of thing.
Yeah, and then
And I had read that
same thing
Hephaestus.
with the '70s Batman cartoon. I thought this Batmite character, why did they do that? And then I realized, oh, there was a Batmite character
Oh,
back in the '50s in the
all right,
comic
there's a
book.
fourth one back here. There's a fourth version.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he's always been one of my favorite monsters. Right up there with Frankenstein's monster.
You need to find a model kit builder.
Yeah. Imp says X Plus is made in China now. The,
Everything's made
Ja-
in China.
the Japanese X Plus kits are the best, and I have a few.
Those are remarkable. I really want to get an X Plus. I've got the Centaur, the Cyclops Centaur, and then I've got also have the Troglodyte.
This
Um,
is this guy's new.
oh wow,
He has the deluxe base, polyresin
nice,
diorama.
very
Cool.
nice. How much does he go for?
All these things, if you don't get them when they come out, they go crazy prices.
Yeah,
Because nobody orders them. They're real small runs. I don't have a price, but if you reach out to me, I'll get one for you.
okay, that's great. I have a small collection of the Ray Harryhausen chess pieces. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they call them chess pieces, but they're not necessarily for a chess set. They're about the size of chess pieces, about that tall.
Are they? Do you have anything handy where you could show us other monster stuff? Or those just?
Unfortunately, I don't. They're all put away right now. But
Yeah.
a bunch of them got damaged, and so I'm working on trying to repair some of them.
Oh, okay. What else do you
So,
have handy that you can show us? Any other art
um,
or any of your own art or other artists' art?
I don't have any other art right off the bat, but I was going to show you some of these other items that I got. This is a Super 7
What?
retro mask.
Oh man, do you carry these things,
I
Kevin?
have Bela Lugosi as White Zombie and as Igor right now.
Oh yeah, that I got that from you. That's from the same company, huh?
No, that one's from Retro Go Go. He said that one's from Super 7.
Oh, okay. So you don't have any Super 7
This is
ones?
Super 7.
Oh, a Blue Wolfman. That's pretty cool.
Isn't that
I saw
awesome?
Diamond. Diamond is going to be producing some of those.
Imp says Super 7 is okay, made in Vietnam. But I didn't know there was stuff made in Vietnam. That's a new one to me.
This is one that my daughter bought for me. This She bought me this last Christmas, and
Oh man.
I a Funko Pop of Jack Skellington and the tree, the holiday tree that you can go through the door and go into Christmas Town.
Yeah, that's a little disturbing looking. The
This
little
I have this. This is my
it looks
VSA.
like the skeleton of an embryo. It's kind of like a
Here,
uh
here's another
like a
item. Here's another item that I found. I can't remember if I bought this at Walmart or Target. I don't know if you've ever seen these before, but they have a Shining board game.
no, I had no idea. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it
Who
is
put
kind
that
of
out? Trick or
strange.
Treat. Just Trick or Treat Studios put that out.
Let's see. Mixlore put that out. Yeah, it just says Mixlore. It's in conjunction with Warner Brothers. Prospero Hall. Prospero Hall. Are you familiar with him?
No, I don't know what that is.
MG's
Yeah, it's
expecting some Super 7 figures for his birthday next week. Happy birthday. What day is your birthday next week, Imsh? So we could wish you happy birthday here on the show. Library 88. Wow, I wonder what kind of pieces that shiny game has. The box is great, very creepy.
yeah. It is kind of cool. I haven't gotten to play it yet. Takes 3 to 5 players. It says you're traveling into the heart of the Rocky Mountains to take charge of the Overlook Hotel while it's closed for the winter, except you aren't alone. The hotel's bloody history has made some of its past guests a permanent addition to the building, and with them come terrifying visions that begin to corrupt your minds. Snowed in, you desperately uh, explore the rooms of the hotel, attempting to gain uh, enough willpower to withstand the evil influences around you. Worse still, one of you has already succumbed to the terrible forces of the hotel and secretly act to keep you here forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Oh my
Huh.
gosh. Well, 24th is Imsh's birthday. Let's see, 24th falls on what day of the week? Last Frontier. He says the Devilina figure from Migo has molded hair instead of doll hair. Disappointing. Yeah. Okay. Kevin sent me the other figure is apparently the hands of the dragon. It's like a their Atlas Seaboard's version of Shang Chi. I think did I save the picture of it? Let me see here. Kevin
So
sent
that's
it to
all
me.
four. We have all four pictures now, right?
Do you have a picture of Devilina yet, Kevin?
Yeah, but it's on my phone. I can't.
Oh, okay. How did it look to you?
I didn't even look at it with my glasses on, so I don't know.
Well, as I recall, she basically looked like Vampirella, except with a black swimsuit and horns. Um, but otherwise, it was pretty much a Vampirella clone. Um, so that's molded here instead of doll here. Yeah,
That's too
yeah. I don't
bad.
know.
They could have done it either way, and people would have been disappointed.
Yeah.
Maybe they should have done both ways. I think they should have done it both, like split the run in half. Because then you would have got people that like each version, and you would have got the crazy people that had to have both versions. You would have got
Yeah.
Love that mask, Meyer.
That's pretty good. That's insane looking.
Is this for the costume contest?
It's for the next outbreak of COVID, so you can go in the
Yeah, for the
supermarket.
next after COVID. It's pretty
I'm just
cool.
wondering.
Got
I'm
a
wondering if
Not
it's
really
going to be
vampy like. So what, the figure's not really vampy like, or the original character's not really vampy like? M says, "Wish I still had my Micronauts figures and my Stretch Armstrong." Library 8 says Spidey should have pop out eyes like that.
That's kind of cool, That's kind of cool, Meyer.
How do I find a picture of this Mego doll? Where would I look?
go on the one guy's channel on Facebook and go to his community page. Not on
What are
Facebook,
you,
on YouTube.
what are you looking for? What doll is it?
Uh, it's a Mego, the new Mego stuff. They're doing
The Toy Venture guy. The Toy.
Toy Ventures. Would he have
Yeah,
it on his Facebook page?
it's on his YouTube on the under community tabs.
Oh,
You ever push
okay.
that button? You ever push the community tabs button?
Only on that Toddy Walnuts thing channel.
Because
Yeah,
if you go on the community tabs, people put posts up like it's
okay.
Facebook.
Yeah, let me go look and see what that is. I want to see what this looks like. It's what, Brick Mantooth
Yeah,
or Toy Ventures?
yeah. You can type in the brick man tooth.
Okay. Um, and I'm not seeing it.
Let me see.
I see the Kung Fu guy with the Spider-Man eyes. Maybe I need to go to Mego Museum.
Look at these unbreakable, realistic champion dogs. They're in their original packaging, but the rubber bands that held them in place deteriorated, so then they all just fell to the bottom of the bag. But it's a bunch of little plastic dogs from the 60s, probably.
Are you gonna open them?
Oh,
I'll never open them. Never. Just like this right here, this Matchbox Fighting Fury. This outfit, it's the one-eyed sailor adventure.
Is that for 8-inch scale or bigger?
Yeah, this is for the 8-inch scale Fighting Furies. I have these figures. They're pirates. Have you ever seen them before?
No, but it sounds like it'd be perfect for those.
They come with comics.
It'd be like perfect for these figures, huh?
Yeah, they're the same scale as those. There's only like 2 or 3 figures in the line. I have both of them. When I unpack and everything, I'll show them to you. All the accessory sets come with little comic books and little illustrations and stuff.
Look at this mandrake. I got this mandrake. Pretty cool.
I saw that Mandrake. It looks cool. Looks nice.
It looks like he has a cloth cape.
I got some of these. Remember these? These little are these like rings that you trick your friend with?
Oh
and
yeah, with
squirt?
the water. Yeah, we used to get those in the 10-cent machine or 25-cent machine.
Here's some Mark's animals in their original boxes. These little packages. It's a wolf.
I still remember the smell and the taste of the water when you put it in there. It like makes it smell like plastic. The water.
You're right. And then you could like drink right out of it. It's kind of what you do most of the time, isn't it?
Uh huh. And you had that. It had that taste. Always had that taste
Mm-hmm.
to it. Probably toxic and causes cancer.
Here's a matchbook.
Everything causes cancer.
By John Steinbeck. This is a really cool diecast. It's the car from Road Warrior.
Oh,
But
cool.
they can't call it. They can't. It's not licensed by Road Warrior, so they call it Last of the V8 Interceptors. Here's some caps. Fonzie action figure.
Did you guys see the new Captain America character?
No. Here's a Rambo weapons pack.
What is the new Captain America character?
I'll show it to you when he's done.
Okay.
I haven't read it yet. I haven't read it yet, but I think everybody's gonna rush out and buy this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you want to see it.
All right.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure something out here. God darn it. Uh,
You should get those silly string web shooters that attach to your wrist.
Yeah. The gloves from the comic ad, the red gloves that I guess you put water inside of or something. Remember that ad for those?
Remember the silly string and the kids were spraying it on their birthday candles and burning each other?
Yeah, that was quite a predicament, wasn't it?
I wonder if they had to change. They must have had to change the formula since then.
They must have. I don't know. Yeah, super flammable, right?
I think Ratu must be in Phantom
Yeah.
Zone. He's probably getting the picture.
I
yeah.
was waiting. I thought he was going to switch to you, so I put the mask
Yeah,
back on.
I will. Hold on. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're in Phantom Zone.
Okay. All right. So where am I going to?
Well, if you want to see this new
Yeah. Yeah. All
Captain
right.
Captain America,
Michelle Wright,
Oh,
Captain America of Harrisburg.
oh,
And she
that
has
looks great.
one leg that's not covered and one that is, and
Huh.
combat
It's
boots.
about
And
time.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. That looks looks great.
I got this in that collection. He didn't want this one anymore. His loss
Like
his loss is my gain.
Imp says, "Wish I still had my Micronauts figures and my Stretch Armstrong. Spidey should have." Oh, we already read all that. I sent the link here. That Spidey mask should have been used in the Devil Rides Out. I've sent the Devilina link here in the chat twice above. I didn't see it. Mantooth, wasn't that one of the dudes in the TV show Emergency? Yeah, he uses that name. And I think he uses brick because they were trying to make that the catchphrase from Doc Savage, the movie, the George Powell movie. In the TV ad, they had Doc Savage saying, "Mona, you're a brick," and they thought that that was going to catch on, like "Eat My Shorts" with later did with Bart Simpson, but it didn't, and the movie wasn't big. Imp says toe cutter, and then he says, "I'm out, guys," and then he says, "Blessed be." I don't know if he's being sarcastic or if maybe Imsh is a witch. I don't know. Blessed be is what those warlocks say, but we'll forgive you for being a witch, Imsh,
You know
if
what
you
I
are a witch.
discovered today? This
Huh?
show me real quick. Amps might
Sure.
appreciate this. Look at
Uh,
this. Look at this. Pabst Blue Ribbon makes a non-alcoholic THC infused seltzer. So this is a PBR product with no booze in it, but it has 10 milligrams of THC, so it makes it a cannabis drink.
Is that something new or is this old?
I don't know. I've just bought it. I saw it for the first time today, and I bought it today.
Oh, so it's new.
So it's a weed seltzer. It's called High Seltzer. Get it? High Seltzer.
if it was only from that Dracula brand, it would be so much better.
Yeah, but it is blood orange, at least.
I look for those blood oranges every time I go to the store, and I've never seen
Yeah.
them.
Cool, huh? That's it.
Okay. This is what that Dracula. I mean, I'm sorry, the Hands of the Dragon Mego figure is apparently going to look like, and this is what the Devilina figure is going to look like. And she's completely clothed. This is what she looked like in the comic, which is what I was trying to explain. It's Vampirella with horns.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you can
And
take her clothes off, and she looks like that underneath.
I don't know. This is the Phoenix character who looks just like he did in the comic, and this is the Grim Ghost that looks pretty authentic. The Devilina does not, and this character that's a comic I never got. It's weird because he's a kung fu guy and he's got like a Spider-Man mask. It's like almost identical to that. But anyway, sorry, that's what I was trying to do is go find those pictures. Um, incredible. So, uh, oh my gosh.
Oh, you want to look?
Uh,
Let me show you this really old puppet that I've had since I was 7. Hold on. Speaking of old toys and stuff, so we used to go to the hobby shop all the time in San Jose when I was a kid, and because my brother was really into uh, trains, like had a big train board and was always buying balsa wood and material for making like little structures and stuff for his train board. So anyway, I was about 7 or 8, I think. And at the hobby shop, they had this display for these Pelham puppets. So I always took really good care of this because it was like a special thing my mom actually just bought for me that day at the hobby shop. And
I
I was
think I
like,
have that box. It had a Minnie Mouse puppet in it. I
oh,
got it
really?
from I got it. I think I've got that box somewhere. Yeah, I got it from my friend Tom.
Is it one of the kinds with the strings on it, or you control it?
The
Yeah.
marionette. Yeah, I have it hanging by my
And
comic
I
room door.
chose, they had all of them there. Like there was probably 10 to choose from, and I picked the baby dragon. Let me show you what it looks like. So I
I
thought this was
remember
kind of
having,
fun.
I remember having
It
those
had
strings would get tangled up, and then you just throw it away.
I took really good care of this.
My strings would always get tangled up on those
I
things.
know it's terrible. I never could figure that out.
Still
There's
Oh
has
my!
people that know how to untangle those things.
directions in the box.
Yeah, the Donny Osmond puppet that Joe Riley restrung for the Hypnotic Eye show. I eventually just cut the strings on it because I would never be able to untangle it. And he's passed away, so he can't help me untangle it. So that's a really good puppet. That is
Yeah,
cool.
this is the one I chose because I thought he was the best one, right?
That's unusual. I really like that.
He's like a hippo kid or something.
It's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be a
wouldn't
baby.
even.
Look at his tail. It's got like a dinosaur type tail or something back here.
That's
Huh.
great. You should just have that hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm going to. I've never had it. I've always kept it in the box since I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
you
think
got
it
to
should
get
be
everything out
inside
of the
in the
box,
thing.
man.
It's like new. It's beautiful.
That's a really unusual piece. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks,
I've never
man.
seen anything like that.
Is string? Oh, I gotta untwist it. There it goes. There it goes. And so inside of here, it teaches you how to do it. The strings are color coded and it has directions and it shows you. Apparently, red makes the arms go up and down.
Oh, that's
Huh,
good that they're
cool.
color coded.
I would
Oh,
have
he can.
loved that when I was a kid. But just like you, Kevin, I would have gotten the strings all tangled up.
Yeah, that's what I can't do is handle that.
Cool, huh?
Yep.
My school used to show marionette shows every once in a while. There was a troupe of marionette. Uh, I don't know what you'd call it, just a marionette troupe that used to go around from school to school, and they used to show puppet shows at our elementary school when I was really little. And the one I remember very distinctly is Wizard of Oz.
Huh.
That's cool. That's cool, Meyer.
This is made in England, Wiltshire, England. Wiltshire, Marlborough, Wiltshire, England.
One thing I'd like to point out is that at any point, I try to put the link in the chat as often as I can. Everyone's welcome to come on the show. If you're unable to come on, that's fine. Maybe you're like Captain Pike and you communicate with little buttons that beep, and maybe you can't come on. Maybe you're not wearing any clothes or something. But if you can come on, you're always welcome. Viewers are always welcome to come on. There's no hidden link, so everyone's. That's how we meet cool people like the Centaur and Gary. I'm trying to remember when you first came on, Gary. Uh, so I knew you on Facebook, and then I met you on here. Huh? Is that right?
That's true. That's very true.
Oh my gosh, there's the Donny Osmond puppet I was just talking about.
Oh
Oh,
my
is it?
gosh, that's cool.
That's what he looked like in the
So amazing.
box before.
I love that, man.
Yeah.
Look at
Wow.
the little window. I just grabbed him
Is
in the
that a
little window.
reproduction or is that the real
Oh,
thing?
it happens
It's a
so
real
many
thing, but
ways.
it's like brand new. It's never been touched. Look at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. Look at that
That's
color.
I've got both of them, but they're not in the box. And the one that was actually used in the Hypnotic Eye, I have.
Tape,
That's
the
his
tape
cousin.
popped. Tape just popped. It hasn't been opened, but it's popped.
Yeah, well, that's old tape, man.
That is cool. How fun.
And then I have a dummy here.
Oh yeah.
Howdy doody.
That's I have that. That's uh that's
My
in a much
childhood
better
one was
that's a
this one.
much better packaging than what I got it with.
That's this one.
That's Charlie McCarthy.
I
Hmm.
always wanted Lester. I want Lester. Right there to the left, the one on the left with the glasses, and there you go. I want him.
Yeah.
I've got Lester.
I
Of
want
course you
him.
do.
Yeah, I want him.
Yeah,
Talk
that's
about
Mortimer
Western.
Snerd. He was from the Charlie McCarthy show.
Mortimer Snerd. It's a great
I
name.
wouldn't mind having Laurel.
Yeah, Laurel and Hardy. That would be neat. I just guess I didn't know they existed.
They're all cool, really. They even had
Groucho Marx one. That's neat.
Yeah.
That's very
This is
cool.
much better packaging than the Howdy Doody that I got
It
in
wasn't
like
just scary, but it was
1973.
cool.
Man,
That's awesome.
He's never been removed. He's still tied in
yeah, I
here.
see that. He's got, yeah, he's a little bit better made than the one I got.
Yeah, I
What
had a.
year? Is there a year? Is there a year on there? A date?
Because well, it's 1990. They made these through the 80s and
Yeah.
90s.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
This one's 1990. So this would have been about the year that I bought mine.
That's cool. Yeah, I'd love to have the Groucho one. The Groucho one would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all tied in. Look,
Yeah.
maybe it looks like he can make his mouth move though. A little bit through the bag.
Oh, nice.
Well, that Devilina is very disappointing. I guess they figured that was too risque to put in Walmart.
None of those figures are going to sell in Walmart. You're going to see all those piled up at Walmart.
Yeah, they're not going to sell because they're marketed to such a small audience. It's like marketed to maybe 6 or 7 people in the whole country uh, that would be interested in. I mean, I would be interested in it just because it's weird, but I guess the one I'd like the most is the Phoenix because I liked that comic a lot when I was a kid.
He's color coded too with strings.
Yeah, well, when I got him, Joe Riley restrung him with new strings and a new. I never had him. When I don't know how it was when I got him, but Joe Riley redid him completely for that show. Um,
You guys know about Snack Time Kid?
no,
He was. You can't sell these. They were. What is it called when they remove them?
Recall?
Yeah,
recall. Yeah.
this is recalled, and they won't even let you sell them on eBay. They get pulled off. You try to
Why?
sell them.
Oh,
Because he's fat.
No, he'll eat your fingers. He'll eat your hair. If a kid has long hair, he'll eat your hair, and it won't stop until he pulls out your hair.
Wait, what?
Oh, it has like
Don't feed
it pulls.
me.
Yeah, so
Snack.
you take these snacks out of his backpack, and you feed them to him, and it won't stop until it consumes the whole item, and then it drops it into the backpack. There's no off switch though.
Oh wow.
wow.
That's
So
awesome.
Did it ever happen to someone?
yeah, it happened right away. I mean, it'll happen right now if I put batteries in it.
So
How many do you have?
I have this one, and I have one opened at home that I've used before.
Those are sick, dude. I love that. That's really cool.
well, we ought to try it out one night and get like one of those mannequin heads that you use for the girls learn how to do cosmetics, hair cutting with, and
Or
just
like
watch it really eat human hair.
that
Yeah,
zombie one.
it'll scalp you So the only way to shut it off is you have to take the clothes off, unvelcro it, take the little box out, get a screwdriver, unscrew it, take the back out, and then take the battery out.
Whoa. It's like a living
It's
Chucky,
Wow.
it's a real Chucky doll.
so it's like lawn darts, a toy that's completely not allowed to be sold anywhere. Like
Yeah.
that.
What are
'Cause
those
I tried to
knockers?
sell it
Were
on
they called?
eBay a few times and they removed my listing.
Were they called knockers? Is that what those things were called? Knockers? Is that a great name?
Snack time.
So you're stuck with it forever, simply
Well,
because it's something that inspired Garbage Pail Kids. It's the only reason you have it is because of its relation to Garbage Pail Kids.
And it's in
that
such
and
a
because it was recalled, I like it because of that too.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Holy
federal
crap, I've never
tax.
heard of the demonic kid eating Cabbage Patch Kids. Wow, only on this channel will you
Mhm.
find things like that, man. That is absolutely true.
Yep.
So give this episode a thumbs up for that, if nothing else. Um,
So
That's
if
cool.
anybody buys it, they have to sign a waiver.
what if you sell it to someone, you're going to make them sign a waiver?
Yeah, I don't want to get sued for selling it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not giving it to a kid for Christmas. Yeah. Wow, that's wild. Let's see.
It's kind of like that trilogy, that Karen Black trilogy of terror episode, except it's a Cabbage Patch doll.
Yeah,
Kind of.
someone needs to make. I'm sure Gary, do you have a toy of the trilogy of terror?
I don't. That story or that movie scared the hell out of me. I remember watching that when I was younger, and I did not want to have a Zuni fetish doll. No, thank you.
I
When
would like
when
one.
Drew was a puppy, she acted exactly like that freaking doll in Trilogy of Terror. And I told my wife Cleo, I said, "You got to see this movie." And I put on that segment, and we laughed so hard because she was insane at that time. She's looking at me, very
Yeah,
guilty right
those
now.
that Zuni fetish doll just it frightened me too much. I don't know why. It just really scared me. And
Well, it was.
Karen Black was incredible in that movie. She was really good.
Yeah.
You know, Don Post made a mask of that character too.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Uh huh. It's expensive. I want one, but it's expensive.
That was what, about 1974, you think? Or was it 75? It had to
I
be
think so.
74.
Probably about 74, 75, something like that.
The mask came out in early 2000s.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
I did find some other artwork of mine.
Oh, yeah. Let's take a look at that. I'm trying to find the Kamala Harris interview on Fox. I guess this is part of it. They're not showing the whole thing. Okay.
This is a Bride of Frankenstein illustration I did.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Using markers. Um, I also at one time worked for a place called Media Play. I was their store artist, and I don't know if you can see this. It's a large scale picture.
That's cool.
oh, yeah.
Boris Karloff as the Frankenstein monster.
That was the store display.
And then I also did Bela Lugosi as well.
Oh. What time period was this when you worked for the store?
Oh, it was probably 1996. Yeah, about 96. I also found some other books. I told you that I peruse the thrift stores quite a bit. Um, you've probably seen these advertised in Famous Monsters magazine.
Yeah. Yeah, that series of paperbacks about Dracula. I think I have one of them. Yeah,
There's a lot of. I picked up about 9 of them,
yeah,
and they were only 99 cents each, which I was really surprised.
that's wild. I didn't know there were that many.
Yeah, apparently there's even more that I haven't even gotten a hold of yet.
That was the big thing back then, is to have a series of books about characters that were like the old pulps, or were reprinted from the old pulps.
Exactly.
And if they weren't reprinted from the old pulps, they'd come up with their own new characters, like the Executioner and the Destroyer and
Yeah.
Casca, the Eternal Mercenary, and I guess Dracula. They even had a Vampirella series there for maybe 4 or 5 books.
Hmm.
Man, your artwork's great.
Thank you. This is a book. Actually, it's not a book. It's a box set um, by designed by Edward Gorey,
Oh yeah.
and I guess Edward Gorey did the set design for a Dracula play.
Oh,
And I think I can't remember who starred in it, but it was I want to say Nicolas Cage, but I'm not sure.
huh.
But it opens up. It's a box. It opens up, and there's a little story card in there. It kind of tells the background of it. But what's cool about it is it's got these little sets that you can set up, and it's a little theater you can play with.
System transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration even before. Let's all be honest. It's not that.
It's got different sets of the stage
It's
that
saying
you
that
can that you can set up and you can play, and you can also um, put together these little stand-up paper dolls that were
Huh.
designed by Edward Gorey. All of these little things are designed by him, and they're punch out things, and they've got the furniture and more characters, and it tells what scene the characters are supposed to be in. Um, more more things, more props and things like that, and then there's even more stages. Um, just all drawn and designed by Edward Gorey. And so you could have like your own little theater and do your own little pretending if you were a child,
Yeah.
pretending that you're
It's
having a
very cool.
Dracula.
Those are really cool, Gary. It reminds me of this Remco toy from the 60s. It was called the Remco Steamboat Theater. It was a big plastic steamboat, and it was made of pink and white plastic, and it had cards that interchanged. It came with entire scripts of plays, backdrops, and little figures that you punched out of cardboard and put on little stands, and you would put on your own little play, and it was just in about the same scale as what you're showing.
That's almost exactly like how this is. It's really a cool little setup for monster kids.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're familiar with Edward Gorey nearly as much. I'm sure you are.
I am. I have 2 of his books. I have Amphigory and Amphigory 2, which are like these compendium kind of things that came out in the early 70s, like the
Those
best of Edward Gorey is what I would say.
those are absolutely wonderful. I have both of those as well. I'd like to get Amphigory also. Um, Amphigory also is the only one that I'm missing, but that's kind of a neat little setup. And Edward Gorey's artwork is just phenomenal. It reminds me a lot of Charles Adams.
Does that sound? Someone tasering somebody?
I don't know.
That's not me, I don't think.
Not me.
I don't know what
And
that is
this
either.
is another thing
I
I
mute
picked up.
myself.
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Just
It's another
tasering.
thing
I
I
was
picked
teasing.
up. It's a crypt keeper, basically a Halloween decoration that lights up.
Yeah, I've got him. He's broken though, but I still have him on the shelf. But
I have the electric
Mine,
chair.
the candelabra on mine kind of broke a little bit, so I need to fix it a little bit.
yeah,
I
I've
have the
never seen him in
vibrating
the
electric
box.
chair from that series.
The only other thing I was going to show you was this. I know that, I mean, we all love Christmas. But this is a little set of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer
Yeah,
figurines.
I have the abominable snowman that goes with that set.
Yeah, he's right there.
The one I have is a big giant one.
I have a larger one as well. He's made by Enesco, I think. He's a bisque or ceramic.
The one I have is has fur on him.
Oh,
It's
it
like
actually
plastic.
has fur.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
man.
This guy traded in all of the. This guy traded in all of Lieber Mayo covers. They're pretty nice.
Let's see. What is this?
Oh,
What's it?
wow.
Who's the artist?
Lieber Mayo. He's doing the covers on the EC books now.
Yeah, I don't know this guy. Yeah, he's good. I can't deny that. Or doesn't do the interior though, does he?
No,
Is the interior any good on these books? How old are
no,
these?
no. These are like 2021.
Okay.
This one's kind of neat because you get some classic drawings of Batman along with this new style.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lieber Mayo's good.
But I just what is the artwork inside like? Is it decent?
It'll be decent, but it's nothing like these covers.
Yeah. So so the Batman comics remained somewhat good coming from DC even till today.
There was a werewolf. There was a Batman versus the werewolf comic that came out today with the glow in the dark cover. But
Yeah.
the art in the inside was so bad that I couldn't even read it.
Oh yeah, really.
It was really bad. And somebody told me, "Oh, the art, yeah, it's bad, but it fits the story." And I was like, "What is that? That means it sucks?"
Because the story's bad, so it fits the story because the story's bad.
Yeah, I didn't understand that comment.
Yeah, that's insane.
The art's bad, but it fits the story. Okay. I couldn't read it. I tried, and I was like, I can't even read this. So bad.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen a lot for me. Usually, if the art's bad, I can still a little bit read it.
Yeah. I
This was just too bad. I couldn't read it.
If the artwork's bad, I don't even give it a chance. It's a visual medium.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear me okay?
I
Yes.
can hear it now.
Hey, I walked by this park today, and in this park there was this giant cannon, and it was 9,000 pounds, and they said it was the only example of this specific particular type of cannon. It was fucking huge. And it was pointed right at this beautiful Victorian house directly across the street. Anyway, it was kind of interesting. I didn't film it, but I need to make a video to show you guys. It's amazing. It's a giant fucking cannon. It's cool. It's like the size of a car.
Wow.
Anyway, that's it. I was just checking my audio.
So this is that collection that you got?
Yeah.
It's all like 2010 stuff or early 2020 stuff.
It's Detective 1060 in the 1060s or 1050s to 1070s.
Gosh, I don't even know.
I mean, at least they're keeping the number going on them.
Yeah, that's good that they have the same number system.
Yeah, that's
obviously that's good.
is that how many comics are still going from their original late 30s opening?
No, action comics, detective comics. Spider-Man's every once in a while will throw up a 900th issue.
Yeah.
They're probably coming up on their 1000th pretty soon.
Well, Wonder Woman restarted in the 80s with one. So, well, that's good. That
Look at this big ass piece of blue tape on the back.
yeah.
What do they call that? Painter's tape?
I think so. Yeah. I've always heard people say it's the best thing to put on the back of bags.
Yeah, because if it hits the comic, you can get it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard people. I've heard people say to use it.
It's great stuff. I remember you mentioning something about building a tab at the top of the tape that so that you can pull the tape off and then re-stick
Yeah,
it on.
that was something Captain Strangeliffe was talking about when I first found his channel back
Yeah,
whenever
I
that hurricane happened that hit Houston. My wife went to help her family, and I was left alone. I was a bachelor again for a couple months, and I discovered these comic book people on YouTube, and then I started a channel. I think I started a channel after that. Yeah, because
that's
I
how
my
I use that's how I use that blue tape. Is that blue tape is perfect for that because it's low tack and it's so repositional.
yeah, I just never really have that handy, but I need to buy some at some point.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive though, unfortunately.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I can't even afford bags right now, but oh my gosh. I guess my wife's gonna work tomorrow and I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. I guess. I don't know. I just like to hang out with people. Um and bring anyone else that wants to come along. I don't really do shows with any particular theme. Um but do you want to do you want to find some stuff to maybe auction off tomorrow night, or is that too soon?
It might be a little too soon right now,
Yeah.
but
I'd probably
I'd
want to
be very
bid on
interested in
everything.
doing that though.
Um, I'm just trying to figure out something to do, some theme kind of. I said I don't have a theme, and then I'm saying I'm even trying to figure out a theme. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I am not all here. Trying
Yeah,
to.
you've been doing shows. You've been doing shows kind of early in the mornings. I've noticed.
Yeah, because I get to work at 6:30, so I just figure, well, if I have a couple of minutes before I get in the car and go find something at the gas station to eat, I'll talk for a few minutes just because I figure we're living in historic times and every day history
Yeah.
is being made, and it's going to get scary, I think. I mean, I think it's going to get scary in the next month or two. It's not going to be pleasant. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, I got to tell you, I don't know if you've gotten any feedback from it, but I really enjoy the times when you have a daily prayer.
yeah, that is good. Yeah, some people have like that. I forgot to do the prayer this morning, but I'm always
That's all right.
trying. I'm always thinking it. I'm just, I just figure right now it doesn't seem well. Yes, it does seem kind of bad, but at any time things can go south.
Oh yeah,
I
things can
just don't
change
know what.
quickly.
I mean, we could wake up with no electricity, no internet. We could. There's just no telling what's going to happen because it's just they're just not going to say, "Okay, Mr. Trump, you won. Here are the
Yeah,
keys to the White House."
yeah. There's gonna be flack when he does win, and I predict
And
he will win. And there's
yeah,
going to be. I mean, just like when he was president before, they had Antifa.
yeah,
Antifa came out like in
yeah.
droves,
He
and then
was
and
in bed with the Russians and Putin
yeah,
and
and then
uh,
BLM was going crazy, you know,
yeah.
and that all that was erupting, and just so much violence and so much
I just
protests,
think
and
it would be good to have a show where we can talk and people don't say we can't talk about politics because we just want to share our wonderful memories of our childhood. Well,
yeah,
those memories of our childhood aren't going to mean jack squat if the whole country k- tumbles down. It's like
exactly,
you gotta, and I just like, well, I just don't want to talk about politics. No, well, I mean, you kind of have to. Maybe after everything gets better and we can actually afford to live. I just realized that I retired and now I've got two jobs, and now with those two jobs and my retirement, I'm actually making more than I did when I was, before I retired. And I'm
really,
thinking, man, yeah, but then I'm thinking, well, why are we still suffering? Why do we have a GoFundMe? Because
yeah,
it's the economy is so bad. If the economy was what it was like when Trump was in, man, I'd be okay, Kevin.
yeah, you'd be
I'd
sitting
like to
pretty,
get $300 this time of stuff for my old pile. Okay, next week, maybe I can get some more. But now
yeah,
it's like, how am I gonna afford breakfast, man? Oh, what do you
exactly.
got there? Let's see what that is.
What is that, Meyer?
It's just a big plastic chip bowl from like the Dollar Tree from about 10 years ago that I saved because I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
How fun!
I like that monster. I've never seen a monster magnet like I've never had one.
I
Oh,
need
you
that.
never had one?
I need that.
I've never had one. I didn't even
Yeah,
know
open
about
the
whole.
freezer. Look, it's very strong. It's monstrously strong. Watch.
Yeah, that's cool, and it stays.
Oh yeah, it's very strong.
That's from what, about 1966? When was that from?
Yeah, probably about 66. Let's try and see if it'll grab this Lawrence Welk cocktail tray. Oh yeah,
What do those
look.
things go for now? What do they? Yeah, wow.
I bought it for like $10, like about 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
This
I've
is
never
one that
seen those.
this is a newer one. It's called a Super Gorilla Magnet.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Yeah,
get
this
to her.
so Whammo did keep making them, but this is the original one right here. But yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that
that one looks a little different. Does Whammo still exist?
I
I
don't
bet you they
know.
make frisbees. I bet you they make frisbees still.
They must. Yeah, they make frisbees and hula hoops. Sure, that's their big thing. But I just missed the Whammo commercials on YouTube. You can see a whole 30-minute thing of Whammo commercials. There's great stuff on YouTube. Collections of KTEL commercials, all kinds of great stuff. Um, I think Gotham City is dark for the night. He's probably.
I'm back issuing some stuff,
Oh.
putting all the Detective Comics out.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Those are pretty nice looking. I'm not aware of that artist.
Yeah, seen them on all the EC. Look, I'll show you real quick.
Oh. Yeah.
You've seen them. Everybody loves his EC covers. That
Oh,
was the
that
first
cover.
one.
Yeah. That was a good cover. Yeah.
That's probably the only one I have because I keep. Oh, this one. His covers sell the book based on the cover. Yeah, there's only two I have because he sells out.
Oh. Well, tomorrow you get a box. Do you get a box from Diamond tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm getting a box tomorrow.
If you came on tomorrow, we'd be able to see what comes out next Wednesday.
Oh no, it's figures.
Oh, figures. Okay.
Figures that can go on sale right away.
Oh, okay. When do you get the comics that for next Wednesday?
Probably tomorrow. Oh, actually, those are from a different distributor, but those could be either tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
But my video this week did better than all my videos in recent months. It got over 200 views, I think.
What do you think was different about it? Did you have a different kind of title?
Same kind of title, but I used the Superman throwing the mystery machine as this thumbnail.
Oh,
Oh
I've
yeah.
seen that.
Oh, that's cool. I used the thumbnail for my show this morning of Superman from the new movie coming out next summer, sitting with crypto, and I got fewer views than normal. So maybe
Yeah.
people aren't enthused as with crypto as much as I am. Maybe I need to use something more monstrous, but it's all right. Yeah, I'm in the process of having to clean out kitchen cabinets because we had a working kitchen in the basement, and then the kitchen on the third floor. I filled all the cabinets up with toys and stuff, and now that's the kitchen we're using, and I'm hearing complaints about cleaning out the cabinets with all that I filled with all these. Yeah, I have it filled with stuff that's kind of kitchen related, but it's stuff I never intend to ever use, like, glasses with superheroes on them that from the 70s that or the cups that Slurpees came in the 70s. I mean, they're just there because I need a place to store glass stuff, but it's never gonna be drunk. No one's ever gonna drink from it. As far as so it's so I gotta that's something I gotta do is clean those cabinets out for sure. Uh, yeah,
You guys want to see what's in the fridge?
yeah,
This is,
sure.
this is like an episode of Cribs, right? So you can see everything that I've been eating. I went to Pete's today, Pete's Pizza. Look at
Yeah.
how good this pizza is. So it's freaking delicious. I ate twice as much of this, but look at this. That's the barbecue chicken, and that's called the Yuba. We got some snack pack, Celsius, some Portuguese sausage, some Lisa from Silva.
Looks like a typical bachelor refrigerator.
Yeah.
Butter, eggs, cheese, muscle milk, regular milk, whole milk,
We should look at
Asian
everybody's refrigerators someday.
and some smart water. Oh, and one green bell pepper.
What's
That's
in your
great.
And then you want to
refrigerator,
check out
Gary?
the cabinet. Look at this. You got industrial size Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, you were showing me those. How many are in each package?
Breakfast cereal, some
Man, we're
sourdough
getting
bread.
some unbelievable echo here.
I don't know why the echo.
I don't know. I don't think it's coming from you. I don't
Look at the full flat of cup of noodles. See that?
know. You're ready for the apocalypse, man.
Some Slim Jims, and then industrial size Ritz crackers.
Well, that
Party
should keep you
size.
through the
That's it.
couple of.
I'm going to turn my mic off.
That's great. I don't know where this echo is coming from, but man, I've been up since 4:30. We may need to end the stream, and if you guys hang out for a minute, we can talk after the show. But anyway, I'll see you guys out there in television land soon. So take care, everybody. Goodbye.